that says and what's reported for you?
Reportable compensation for the organization, $118,916.
So JMMI Ministries reported your income on their tax return as $119,000.
You know, I can't answer accurately about this, but I do know that all of this is not just personal income. It's allowances that go to other things. So they were at first giving me money, but we were paying all what the ministry was supposed to pay under that code of ministry standards. So I think our CPAs taught them a more accurate way to do it. And so I think there was some kind of change. So I don't know. I can't accurately speak, but I think you would need to talk to my financial board, because all of this is accurately written down. So
I thought you just said that there were changes and it doesn't really reflect it.
No, there were changes, but I can't tell you all those things. So it would be better for you to try to, better get that.
You're the CEO of the ministry.
Yes, I am.
Who signs the tax return?
Well, the tax returns.
Right.
What tax returns?
That tax return. Who signs it? Do you sign it as CEO?
I think that I do. I'm not quite sure about all of that.
You don't know if you sign a tax return?
No, the only tax return I know I sign is my personal.
So who would sign the JMMI tax return?
I mean, obviously it would probably be the board member or myself, but I can't remember doing it. I think that someone on the board does it.
Who would
because
that be?
The board, well, I don't know. I can't tell you. We have more than one board person.
All right, so you're saying that you don't think that one's accurate then because it reports $119,000 and that you think they redid it?
I didn't say it was not accurate. I just said I can't give you accurate information, and instead of in front of this deposition trying to explain something I don't know, I'd rather to just let you know I don't know, because I have other people doing this for me. So the way they may be doing this may be, it's all legitimate, but the way they have it set up is the way they are doing it the best of their ability. So
it's not clear if these are the tax returns that were actually submitted based on his testimony. So I need to be able to ask him if these tax returns were, who they were signed by, and if they were actually submitted, because his testimony would seem to be that some of this was corrected and none of it are signed, and he can't tell me who signed it. So I have no idea if it's the tax return or a draft.
Yeah.
So can we get a tax return that he will be able to state under oath is the tax return that was filed?
He or somebody in his organization, yes.
Okay, so I'll be able to get, well, I'm sure he can, as the CEO.
Again, it's a deposition where you ask the deponent questions. If you want to have discussions about...
No, I'm asking you on the record, because the documents that you presented...
I'm not going to commit to anything on the record. We can discuss this off the record, and I will get you what is reasonably required.
Okay, this was provided by court order and subpoena that I was to get it. And the problem is his testimony is indicating that he can't substantiate. I'm going to finish my sentence. I am going to finish my sentence before you interrupt.
It was provided by other people at JMMI.
That's fine. So I am asking him, in compliance with the court order and the subpoena, and you as his attorney, will you provide me with a tax return that should have been provided today that he can attest is the actual one that was submitted? Okay. Can you do that?
And I'm telling you, we will provide you with a document. This is probably the one that was, most likely the one that was filed. Well, he doesn't have personal knowledge of it.
Well,
all that means is that you have the wrong deponent.
No, it does not, because he was asked as CEO of JMMI to produce these documents pursuant to court order. And the court order says he is to bring them. And he can't tell me that he brought the right stuff. So I'm asking you, are you going to give me the right information?
Okay. We'll have this discussion off the record.
No, I want to have it now. I want to know. I don't want to have to file a motion and have you.
We'll have this discussion off the record.
You're his attorney. Are you going to provide me what was supposed to be provided pursuant to the subpoena? Yes or no? It's real simple.
Do you want to continue asking the deponent questions, or are you going to ask me questions?
Yeah, I want an answer to that one. Are you saying you won't tell me that whether or not you'll provide it?
I'm telling you.
Just yes or no? Are you telling me you're not going to do it?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh yeah, I'm going to go there. Excuse me, my throat's giving out. Yeah, the exhibits I need back.
Okay.
That's mine.
Oh, this. Okay.
This way.
The-
I think that's ours if I wrote on it. Can I see?
No,
that's
that's
mine.
yours.
There you go. Okay.
Oh, this is yours here?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it has no duplicate.
Yeah.
All right, so what is your salary at JMMI now?
From what I know,
From what you know?
yeah, I think it's around 27 to 30,000, something like that.
And what expenses are you saying that JMMI pays on your behalf?
Well, it's the expenses under the law for clergy.
So what are they?
I don't know. You have to go research that. I can't tell you.
No.
I don't know everything.
There is no research I can do that'll tell me what JMMI is paying for you.
Well, what I'm saying is we abide by those laws, so that's where it would be. So
No, it's, sir.
I'm just saying I can't tell you. I don't know.
You have no idea what expenses JMMI pays for you.
I know a housing allowance.
How much is that?
I'm not sure. Don't know.
What other allowance?
There's, I don't want to misstate, so I don't know. I'd rather for someone who's professional tell you about that.
Well, no, I'm asking about your personal, not in theory what
But
some...
you're asking
no,
about
sir,
ministry stuff.
Let me finish.
I'm answering you.
No, don't interrupt. Let me finish the question.
Okay.
I'm asking what personal allowances JMM Ministry provides you, or stipends for housing or automobile or whatever. What do they provide you?
You know, I know there are many allowances, but one that I can say is housing allowance. But in order for you to get the accurate names for what they allow, you have to talk to a professional, because I don't want to give you misinformation.
No, I'm not asking in theory what is possible. I'm asking what actually JMMI provides to you.
Objection, asked and answered, and he said he doesn't know.
It's non-responsive.
I just don't know. I'm just telling you the truth.
Okay, well, that's an answer, but that's not what you told me before. Do you know if they pay any of your auto expenses?
Yes, the cars are in the ministry's name. They all belong to the ministry.
What cars are those?
That is not. I pay for my own car.
What's
out of
your
my
car?
own Range Rover.
And is that leased, owned?
It's leased. I mean, it's not leased, but I bought it to pay it off in 5 years.
Okay, so it's subject to a lien, but you purchased it.
I'm sorry, a lien.
You owe on it?
Yes, of
Okay,
course.
but you did not lease it.
No.
And is that what you drive in St. Louis?
Yes. Mhm.
Who drives the Bentley?
My driver.
Who's your driver?
I have a number of drivers. So you would say James or Cliff, and they're responsible for picking up our guests in those cars that fly in for meetings and things like that.
And the same thing with the 2007 Mercedes-Benz?
Yes.
2008 BMW?
Yes.
Are those owned outright or subject to any kind of loan?
They're owned.
Outright? There's no loan on those?
No.
Okay. When you come to Michigan, do you generally fly here?
Yes.
And who picks you up from the airport?
It varies, different staff. So it could be anyone.
Could be a volunteer.
Yeah.
Has Mrs. Frazier ever picked you up from the airport?
No.
Have you ever been driven around in Mrs. Frazier's car when you've been in Michigan?
No, I rent a car when I'm here.
You've never been driven around in Mrs. Frazier's car?
I don't think I have, not that I can recall. I usually rent my own vehicles here or have my own vehicles driven up here.
From where?
From Missouri.
For the weekend?
No, I mean, I may stay here 7 days or maybe 14 days, but because it's so much wear and tear, I just rent a car while I'm up here. Or the ministry provides a rental car for me, like we have now.
You've been seen being driven around in Mrs. Frazier's car that is identified as her car with her license plate.
Really?
Objection. Is this a question?
He interrupted me and so did the two of you.
There's no question.
I didn't finish the sentence. You've been seen being driven around
Really?
in Mrs. Frazier's car with her license plate,
Okay.
specifically in Taylor. You arrived in that car
Okay.
at one of your events there. Do you not recall that?
Foundation argumentative.
Go ahead.
I thought it was a rental car because we rent cars all the time, rent SUVs, so it probably could have been our car. I don't know. I don't know all the details that go on when they pick me up in what car or what. That's not something I detail.
So you don't know whose car it is that you're being driven?
Objection, asked and answered. Now you're being argumentative. He answered the question and said he didn't know.
You don't know what person's car you're being driven in?
Asked and answered.
That's fine, but you can still answer.
Rental cars, that's what we get, rental SUVs, rental most of the time. I mean, when I'm up here, all the time actually, from what I know. So if I was driven in a car, I wasn't paying attention to that. It wasn't like, oh, this is her car, because we have our own rental things here.
Have you ever been to Debbie Frazier's residence?
No.
Do you know where she lives?
No.
Do you know if any members of your staff or your flock, as it's been referred to today, do you know if any of them have been to Mrs. Frazier's residence?
Yes.
And who was there?
I don't know. I can't tell you.
Somebody used flock today.
Not on the record.
No.
It doesn't matter. That was the term that was used.
Well, not that I heard.
No, I heard it. I took note of that. All right, so you know that there have been other staff or flock members.
They fellowship with each other, yeah.
Okay, so tell me what you know about that.
That's all I know, that they just know each other.
Okay, what do you know about that?
That's all I know. That
What do you know? Tell me what does that mean?
That
Fellowship
they,
with
like
each
a
other.
normal person, meet up and they go out to eat, or like with the staff. I mean, that's all I know.
Well, I was talking about Mrs. Frazier's house, and you said you were aware that staff members
Have visited and been there, yes.
Okay, have they spent the night to your knowledge?
I think they have. I mean, from what I've known, they have spent the night, but I don't know the extent. You know, I'm not into all that.
Has Michelle spent the night there?
Not that I know of. She used to stay in a hotel, from what I know.
When she comes to Michigan?
Mm-hmm.
You have to answer yes or no.
Yes, yes.
And you're saying you've never gone to Mrs. Frazier's residence?
No, I don't know where she stays.
Okay. Do you know who from the fellowship, or, you know, in these fellowship gatherings, who specifically has gone there?
No, I can't say. I really can't.
You don't know any of the names of the people that have been in fellowship with her at her house?
I think more my staff would know that information. I just know I've heard that people have, so.
What's your understanding of how many people would go there to her house?
Maybe one.
Objection.
Pardon me?
Maybe one or two. From
One
what
or
I know,
two?
have visited.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Maybe one or two have visited, or some.
Do you know how many occasions?
Foundation
No.
objection.
Objection.
know.
He's asked and answered these questions. He
I
doesn't
don't know.
No, he hasn't answered them.
I don't
He has no personal.
Do you know if anybody from your ministry in it who, volunteer, paid, board, flock members, whoever, any of those folks have ever spent the night at Mrs. Frazier's residence?
Not that I know. I don't know anybody personally. I mean, my staff would know more about that.
So you just don't have knowledge of that?
No, I've never been to her house. I don't make it my business to go to places like that and be involved personally.
What is your educational background?
High school diploma, bachelor's degree.
Hold on, let's-
Associate's bachelor.
Okay, high school from where?
Southside High School in Memphis, Tennessee.
Southside High
High.
School, Memphis, Tennessee?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Is that where you grew up?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And next?
And Johnson and Wales University, Culinary Arts.
Hold on,
Johnson and
Johnson?
Wales University, Culinary Arts.
Where was that?
In South Carolina, a
Yep.
remote base.
And what year was that?
1992. Yeah, 92.
Were you?
Yeah, from 91 till 90, from 90 to 92.
That's when you went to school there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you receive any kind of degree, certificate? What would it
Yeah,
be?
associate's degree in culinary arts.
And did you work in that capacity
Yes.
anywhere? And where did you work?
Just different restaurants as a chef, as a cook.
And how long did you work in that capacity?
For about, started before school, so before I graduated. So from the time I was 16 till to 92, 91, something like that.
I thought you said you got your degree there in 92. So you didn't
did.
work anymore in that industry after you got your degree?
Well, maybe a little, but that's when I went full-time ministry, when I was 18 years old.
And where did you go for full-time ministry?
Nowhere. I didn't go to school for full-time ministry. I just started doing ministry full-time.
Okay, what does that mean you started doing ministry? Tell me what that means.
Well, I mean, full-time means you give up your career to serve the Lord and to preach the gospel around the world.
And, is that for me? Okay, could we go off the record for a second?
Off the record at 5:24.
Sorry.
We are back on the record at 5:37.
Continuing with questions. Who is Zoya? I'm not sure if it's Garcia or Garrica.
There was someone who worked for the ministry at one time,
Somebody who what?
worked voluntarily for the ministry. Yeah.
Is she still volunteer?
No.
From what time frame did she?
11 till the beginning of this year or something like that. Or the
2014?
end of last year or something, yeah.
Okay. Do you have a child with her?
No,
No child with her?
no,
Did you have a relationship with her that was physical, sexual?
no.
Objection, relevance.
Okay, that's fine.
Right.
But you had no physical or sexual relationship with her?
No, that's prejudice as well.
No.
Pardon me?
What did you say?
I can't hear him because I keep
I
hearing.
said no.
Okay.
Because you keep hearing objections.
Yeah.
But he keeps talking, so I can't hear
So I
both.
place an objection on the
So
record.
don't
Stop
say
talking.
that. Okay.
Do you pay child support to a Diana Dean or Diana, she might go by two different names, Kershane, if I'm pronouncing it right, Courchaine?
No.
Objection, relevance, prejudice.
No?
Nope.
Someone by the last name of Dorsey, Ildico, Dorsey, do you know that person?
Yes.
And who was that?
She worked in the ministry years ago.
What time frame would you say?
In 1997 to 2003, something like that.
Okay, did she buy you a Mercedes-Benz?
Same objection.
Objection, relevance.
Okay. Did she buy you? You can still answer. Did you buy it? Did she buy you?
Go ahead and answer.
No.
Do you have a child with her?
Same objection.
No.
Have you?
No, I did not have sexual relationships with that woman. Oh, Bill Clinton. All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving, except you, David and Michelle. I hope your Thanksgiving absolutely fucking sucked. All right, here we go. What we're going to talk about tonight is this intricate cult criminal enterprise, because that's exactly what the fuck this place was. David used his status as a church, as a cult, right, to fucking pull a fucking fast one on everybody with all these tax ID numbers, and he built a really intricate criminal enterprise behind his church. And the prosecutor, if you go back and you listen to her, she was dead on about it. Your Honor, the only reason she doesn't have this asswipe doesn't have a fucking criminal record, Your Honor, well, because he's been shrouded in his fucking church and being protected by the government by it. And one of the survivors pointed out something to me in the court documents, that the court is actually using scripture against David, that how David made the outside in look really good with his cult, right? He made everything look real nice, real kosher. Everything was on the up and up. But on the flip side of it, human trafficking, money laundering, fucking forced labor. He was fucking putting people out to the street, taking food away, not paying people. But hey, it's a church, everybody. This is a church, okay? It's a church. We're doing the work of God here, but hey, at the same time, we're fucking over a few people in the process. So don't worry about that, okay? Don't worry about the people we're fucking over, because we don't want you guys to know about that. But we found out, and that's why we pushed the issue so hard. This isn't, and people have been asking, is this an isolated issue? No, this is not an isolated issue, everybody. This is not an isolated issue. If it's happening in one place, it's happening in others. We already know fucking Warren Jeffs was trafficking little girls. We knew that for fucking decades. We knew that sick fuck was doing sick shit. But hey, it's a church, so we can't touch them in America. But hey, you know what? Mind the fucking little pedophile shit that's going on. Hey, don't worry about that. We're all doing the work of God here, okay? Fucking FLDS been doing it for fucking decades, man. Warren Jeffs, and they're still doing it. They are still doing it. Yeah, the members get paid by David Taylor, or by God, not David Taylor. Yeah, none of them got paid, though, David Beltran. We know that. Oh, yeah. All it takes is one, J-Mo, all it takes is one image. All it takes is just one, bro. All it takes is just one. And typically when there's kids tied up in this type of event, right, with this cult, the jury's not going to like it. Just hands down. They'd be like, no, you had all these kids fucking tied up and you were moving them around the state, keeping them away from their family because you felt the parent, like kids were distracting to their parents while they're working. You're a real fucking sack of shit, David. You're a real special type of piece of shit, man. And the reason you are where you are is because of exactly what you did. Now, I don't even know where the fuck to start with David's criminal fucking cult enterprise. I can definitely say he used his little 501c3 paperwork. He used his little 501c3 paperwork as a shield and a sword. He used it as a shield to block people from getting investigation, and a sword when he wanted to fuck with people. He used it. It was double-edged for him. He could use it either way. But in the end, it all crumbled down, and the cards are crumbling still. Well, and that's the thing, Manny. Think of the feds, dude. Think of what the feds are going through. Dude, they said 10,000 fucking videos and 40,000 photos and counting, man. Yet, no, dude, there's going to be some shit that's coming out I don't even want to mention yet because of how serious it is. No, it's going to be serious. And it's going to make things even fucking worse. Trust me. It's going to make things so much more worse for David. It really is. It's going to get so much worse for David, man. It really is. But yes, David was ultimately indoctrinating the children. Some children, what I found out is some children were going to school, some were homeschooled. Exactly, indoctrinated with materials he wrote. Now, this is a socialism tactic. This is what Hitler did back in the day. Yeah. Hitler did this back in the day. I asked my teacher one day, I was like, how did Hitler like pick these youth? And he would have picked them from, say, like Joseph Goebbels, you know, maybe some general who was highly indoctrinated, right? And they put all these kids, this is no bullshit, man. This is real shit. So what Hitler did, he would pick all these like really highly educated, like really well brought up children and put them in this other school, man, and started indoctrinating him at like 8 years old. He's like, fuck, start him young, man. Hitler knew what the fuck he was doing, everybody. That's what David's doing. He start the kids young. I swear to God, this is a fucking tactic straight out of Hitler's playbook. You start him young as possible. 5, 6 years old. The younger, the better. You start indoctrinating them young, man. Their fucking mind just like a sponge. Oh, yeah. Kennedy, again, dude, the tactics he's using are straight from fucking communist and socialist regimes, man. Fucked up. You watched the Hallmark commercial. Oh, man. I don't know if he's caught charges yet, but Parbs, there has been a prosecutor added to the case. But, Parbs, they typically don't bring a prosecutor on like this unless they're going to add some kind of charges. So let that sink in. And they brought that lady down from Washington, D.C., Lindsay Robertson. Mm-hmm. Yep. And this whole criminal enterprise, we didn't know what it was until we started pulling it back more and more. The more we dug, the more David hid, the more we dug, and the more we found out. But the biggest one I can always say, man, the biggest one, right? This right here, when the cult bought this hotel, fuck, red flags went through the roof. Because this all fit into human trafficking, right? You have one person at the top making all the calls down to these laborers. He's got them spread out, working these phone calls. You know, Manny, I've been told to be ready, but I don't know if I'll get called. It'll actually, Daddy Marquez, it'll actually be the survivors that bring this cult down, not me. It won't be me that brings it down. It'll be the survivors that go up and take the stand and give their testimonies about the abuse they endured. I'm just a fucking cornbread-fed journalist, man. That's it. What's David's defense against me? Oh, this guy put all my scam on the internet. Oh, and you're mad at him for fucking pulling your fucking card that he found out your money laundering scheme? You're mad at him? A journalist that was writing a story about your cult that he found out your whole shit? You're mad at him? It wouldn't go well. It wouldn't go well. His lawyers are probably telling him, you're not bringing that guy to the stand. You're not going to. We're not going to let you. So it would be bad for David. If anybody takes a stance, it's going to destroy David. It'll be the survivors, not me. Yeah, we helped put the pieces together, but it's going to be the people that were there, the eyewitnesses, what had happened to them. Okay, it's the people who have gone forward and have given their testimonies to the feds and have sat through hours of questioning to have the information extracted from them. Because it's not an easy thing just to give up. They have to be asked the right questions, right? And there's got to be people on the other end of the table that are willing to listen. Be non-judgmental, first of all. That's the biggest fucking thing, is not sitting there passing judgment on these people. Understanding and able to approach it from a humanist manner and be like, okay, we get it. We get it. And that's, yeah, Daddy Marquez. And that's the thing. I pass that up to the feds. Fuck that. I pass it over to state, local, and federal. I passed it over to my cops. I passed it over to Harris County, where the cult was operating at the time. And then I also passed it off to the FBI. And that's the thing. With something like this, the survivors in this, you guys could press a huge fucking lawsuit against David and not only get paid from like the federal trial, but you could press a civil case against him. Oh man, you guys could totally fucking destroy him. You could get all his assets. You guys would end up owning everything he has basically in assets. Just sell it all and get all the money for it. You could press one giant lawsuit as a group, get all together, and fucking start filing charges against a piece of shit, and you start just fucking ruining financially. That's what you do to somebody like this, because there's nothing you can do that will make this man learn what he's done wrong until you take all his shit away from him. I mean, they've already taken his freedom away, and that's a lot. Because there's only one more thing valuable than money, and it's your fucking freedom, everybody. It's your freedom. So back to the human trafficking. I don't know who's going to buy the hotel. This will be part, dude, Javi, no, all joking aside, dude, this is going to be seized because this is where David was running the fucking call centers. Dude, he was running a call center in Florida and Texas. Oh, my dogs do that to me all the time, Uncle Jake. Fuck, man. But yes, when they bought this place, my God, this was just the biggest red flag for the entire community. It really was. It wasn't smart of them, because one of the things that was noticeable, again, you had a bunch of people with very few cars. Stupid. It was the dumbest idea. Hey, what's up, Frank? Stupidest idea for them to buy this place. They very well could. They could subpoena Mahesh. Fuck yeah, they could. Yeah, they could. If there's something on Mahesh. Hey, Kevin, you know what? Even after we reported it. Yeah, that's gonna, exactly. That's, you guys, there were people living on fucking air mattresses in the fucking hallways. You want to know what unsuitable living conditions is under human trafficking? Shit like that. Shit like that, man. That is one of the key indicators. There's others too. Where's the other part of it at? Right here. Nope. Here we go. Right here. Right here. Unsuitable living conditions. Bam, right there. That covers that right there. Unsuitable living conditions. Living on an air mattress in a hallway in Houston and while not being paid and worked to fucking death. That's unsuitable living conditions. Yes, Kennedy, that's what was happening. Yes, there were people living on air mattresses in the fucking hallway in the Houston hotel. Yes. Yes, that is correct. Well, what I found out is it was actually punishment. It was punishment. If people weren't cutting their ends and making all the money, they'd get put out on the fuck. This is real, you guys. This shit about people being put out on the street when they didn't make money, that's real. That fucking happened. They were being punished, Kennedy. That's why I'm saying there's so much more we didn't know about what was going on. There's so much more that went on behind closed doors that is just now coming to light, you guys. Yeah, the church is still fucking taking in donations, Ray Muse. Yeah. Yeah. Kid Frost, dude. I own a fucking roast beef plant, okay? Just saying. Roast beef is my favorite meat. Punishment. Yeah. Oh, no, absolutely. Punishment could be overcrowded, but I was told punishment specifically by one of the survivors. Punishment. If you didn't make money, you got put out to the street. No food, no money. Really fucked up shit, you guys. Really fucked up shit that David did. And this is, I firmly believe this is why human trafficking is now on the table. Where were they going to go, Irie? They didn't have anything. Where were they going to go? I found out where David was dropping them too, and I was like, that motherfucker. This is all real, Ray. This is not a joke, man. It's very sad what David did to these people, and I just want them to know that we're here to support him. And that we saw the whole time what was going on, and we were here warning people. All the people the survivors that are out there, we want you to know that we were out here warning people since we came onto it, you guys. We called local officials. We called mayor's offices. We called fucking CPS. You guys, we called them all. We went all the way up the chain to warn people about this. Said there's something wrong here. Can you please keep an eye on it? We knew, you guys, we smelled something from the deposition. We're like, okay, what the fuck's going on here? And then the deeper it got, the worse it got. Nope. If they try to claim sick, they'll have a doctor come in and evaluate them. And the doctor will be like, nope, they're fine. They'll be like, no, you're going to trial. Oh, I'm sure the hotel's pretty disgusting. Yeah, I'm sure the hotel's not in good shape. Again, coached what to say. Personal possessions. Keeping a close eye on the cult. Maybe they're actually doing something good with the money now. Nope, they're not doing anything good with the money. Nope. This is the thing, though, right, Chickpea? He's not the first one to do it, but he's definitely the first one that's going to be made an example of. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let's do a little fucking chat right now. BR, what do y'all think David's going to get? Now that human trafficking could possibly be on the table, fuck, human trafficking, they don't fuck with that. It's a 25-year sentence. Bam. Bam, 25 years. Human trafficking, oh, you're fucking, oh, you got forced labor? Hey, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and run another fucking 20 consecutive. But with human trafficking on the table, I definitely think he could be looking at 25 for sure. 80, 100, okay. 25 on a plea, 25, 30. He's getting 20 for sure, dude. 20 for sure. And 20 is ultimately a sentence for him. He won't ever get out of prison. Yep. Yep. He's already been indicted. Okay, BR, I think you're new to the channel, man. Hit that like, please, if you're new. Hit that subscribe too. And the phone line's open too if anybody wants to call in. He's only been indicted. Okay. He hasn't been sentenced. We haven't even gone to trial yet. Okay. The trial date's set for April, but you guys, that's just to hold it. I guarantee you guys, we won't be going to trial for at least a year and a half for sure. for sure. What I can't say your last name, but what I can't say your last name, but what? Exactly. He won't plea out because he doesn't think he's done anything wrong. He doesn't think he's done anything wrong, man. Yeah, see, with the trafficking, man, I think Kim Chamberlain's onto something. He could get up 60 upwards, man, for sure. And human trafficking, it's such a hot item on the topic right now. They're going to start setting examples, and we have, you guys, really think about this. You guys, this was a church doing it. This is a church human trafficking. We've never had this. We know Joaquin Nason Garcia has been brought up on charges for sex trafficking. So we have a couple guys on the chopping block, right? There's Nature Boy that got sentenced a few years ago. Nason Garcia, he's on the fucking chopping block for federal sex trafficking charges. So is his mom. Now we have David. There's International House of Prayer, I think, or International House of Christian Prayer. They got busted for money laundering, but they were doing VA fraud. They were doing VA fraud. They got in a lot of trouble. They got busted and they got caught. It is, Kim. It is. I figure you have, Cynthia. Your name looks familiar. Yeah. Your name looks familiar. Yeah, David could end up doing 200 years if they stack it. He's all, that's okay. I'm going to live 225 years. That way I can get out and do a sermon, okay? Right, Uncle Jake. David's all, I'm going to do 225 because I'm going to outlive Kenneth Copeland. Yep. Sorry, we can't tell you that, Mr. Holmes. Oh, no, no, and that's the thing. He's very unhealthy. And we know that for sure. I know that as a fact. I know David is very unhealthy. Are you going to present a typical personality type for your spiritual sadist paper? No, because I think anybody can do it. No, I don't think I want to present a specific personality type. Nope. I want it to be all encompassing because it's everywhere. It's everywhere. I don't think it falls under a typical personality. I think anybody can do it. That, and that's ultimately, Cat Mom. There was a trial that I watched a while ago. It's just a sentencing. These people drove down this driveway up is upstate New York. You probably heard of it. It's upstate New York, and the guy walked out and shot and killed this girl. And I listened to this judge sentence this guy, and it was brilliant the way he sentenced. He's like, the reason we have these laws is one is to prevention and to like rate of recidivism. And he was like, rate of recidivism means, would you do it again? David would. The rate of recidivism with him, he would go back to his current ways. He wouldn't fall in line and be an upstanding citizen. No, he would go back to being a fucking walking diaper stain. No, okay. I have to tell this every live. These court proceedings will not be aired live, everybody. These will not be live court proceedings, okay? So the judge has a job here to do, and he's got to consider the facts of what he's going to hear in the case. Now, once they find out that Michelle's violated her bond, the judge is going to be absolutely pissed, and he's going to put her right back in jail. And hit that like and subscribe too, man. There's 68 people in here watching. And if any of the cult members are in here watching, okay, I want you guys to know this, all right? This is very serious what David's dealing with now. This prosecutor, human trafficking. Do you guys get that? Do you guys get that? They are now possibly looking at bringing on human trafficking charges. That's what this means. Bringing that prosecutor on, that lady just wasn't sitting around twiddling her fucking thumbs being like, hey, let me go and check this case out. No. She studied the movements. She's probably seeing fucking ticket itineraries, fucking gas receipts, money moved around, all types of shit. They know. They know. All the people that are still helping David move around his operation, guess. Please keep doing it. Because this is a criminal operation. Even though David's gone, they're still carrying out the criminal acts for David. They probably have standing orders at this point. Hey, if this happens, do this, 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 and this. Yep. No electronics, 1945. Well, David, let's talk about the criminal enterprise, right? I know David's unhealthy. He's not going to get healthier in prison. He's only going to get worse. Okay? I want to stick to the criminal enterprise that they were fucking running and using their 3 different tax exemptions that we know about to hide all the fucking money. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. 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 Dude, Michelle Shit says, hey, don't send these in the email because these are discoverable. We got audio from the magistrate. Yep. That's why we got the audio from the magistrate, because it wasn't on the federal docket yet. It was magistrate level. So yeah, tonight we're talking the intricate criminal enterprise, and it really was. You had multiple moving parts. There were multiple people involved. David, man, fuck. Jesus Christ, the way he did it was so fucking calculated. It really was. It was to basically... I know David was for sure doing fucking drugs, David. I'm a recovering addict, dude. Fuck that. David was doing fucking drugs, okay? I'm not saying I'm proud of it or anything. I'm just letting you guys know the facts. I'm just telling you what happened. I never jabbed a vein. I would never do that, but I did put a lot of shit up my nose, okay? One of my favorite things. I will not sit here and fucking bullshit you. If I was in a weak spot today, you fucking guarantee right I would. But it'd be a risk, but I'm just saying, right? Okay? From an addict's perspective, David is a fucking addict. For sure he was doing fucking drugs. What they were, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they were prescription. And I think there could have been some illicit drugs in there too, maybe some cocaine. One to get him going, one to bring him down. Maybe like some fucking heavy hitting fucking trazodone, like fucking high-end trazodone or some fucking Xanax bars, you know? Because there were some times where I saw David with his hat low and just fucking like, it was almost like he was browning out like on heroin. Exactly. And that's the thing, Kim. I am an addict. I still am to this day. I just don't do stuff that's so destructive, right? I have other addictions now that are healthier and more fun. So, yep. Dude, I don't take any prescription pills because I am an addict, man, and I can't. I tell my doctor that don't give me anything, man. Yep, Uncle Jake. The 501c3 is where we have to start, right? Now, if they find drugs in this place, it's going to be a big fucking problem too. Okay. If they find drugs, big problem, big fucking problem. If they find evidence of fucking moving drugs, big problem. I think there was. I do. Yeah, right, Irie? Well, again, everything we found out, Irie, like he was in poor health prior to this. Whatever happened, like when he got busted, when he got arrested, dude, they probably checked his health and they're like, dude, you're really sick. We got to take you to the hospital or else, dude, you won't make it to your trial. Yep. Just relapse after 8 years, only 1 day, moving on 3 day. It happens, Kid Frost. It's all right, man. It happens. Relapses happen, dude, and that's part of being an addict is realizing, having those relapses, and then realizing what made you relapse, so you can recognize it before it happens again, man. Yeah, I don't have any judgment towards anybody with an addiction. It sucks. Max is addicted to tennis balls. I mean, fuck, he can't help it. He can't help it. Or in Allen. Yeah. He was. Dude, I know that's why he was in North Carolina, because I found out from some of these survivors that they're like, dude, you had like Dave. The fact that you knew everything about David, that you guys were putting everything, all his business out, they're like, that drove him absolutely fucking insane. That drove him absolutely insane. Okay. Now, I know from some fucking a little bird that shit on my desk that David did have some heart problems and that he did fucking end up in the hospital. Very serious. A diabetic coma, it turns around once they get your blood sugar under control, but it's so bad for you. It's so dangerous. And along with that, maybe heart problems. Now, compounding interest with your health. I mean, fuck. Nah, you won't ever will be, Kid Frost. Nah, bro, I'll be the first to tell you that, dude. Trust me, it's too easy. Nah, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, kid. One day at a time, big dog. It's cool. It happens. No judgment, dude. Hey, Sean Ernest, you want to know what ultimately started the investigation with David? This deposition? Sean Ernest, this is ultimately what started the investigation. So I think very much so they're going to be like, okay, can you explain this? Absolutely. I think they absolutely can. This is what started it. This is what started it. Not me, not Uncle Jake, not Kid Frost, not anybody. Not fucking anybody. I mean, Rick Frazier ultimately deposed him in the beginning, but this deposition, David's answers, is what got him busted. Is what they're like, what the fuck is this guy saying? He's not okay. Kim Chamberlain. I code medical. Yeah. No, I code ICD all day. I code medical all day. No, we're not, Marlon. No, we're not. Marlon's like, did I come in at a good time? No, and we've talked about that. We've talked about that, his health issues. No, you guys, we're very active here. You guys got questions, let us know. We'll answer them to the best of our knowledge. But we have this guy on we have this guy clocked, dude. We've had him clocked since 22, actually. 2023 is what I found out. 2023 is when we were the proverbial thorn in his fucking side. He's like, these fucking guys. Your turkey's finally thawed. Hey, just take it one day at a time, kid. You'll be all right, bro. It happens. Show the lobster. Put the lobster on the camera. Right now, we knew David. We knew David was eating unhealthy too. Laying around, not exercising like Kim Chamberlain was just saying. For real. Very unhealthy. You're right. Hyperlipidemia. If he's got that, congestive heart failure, type that up with diabetes, because here's the thing. Let me tell you something that I know about diabetes and chronic kidney disease and hypertension. They all fall hand in hand with each other. Yeah, it's very serious, Kim. It's very serious, right? And they all fall hand in hand. Little coding lesson. Hypertension and CKD they're one of the other, basically. What up, Extreme? What up? Minus the diabetes, yeah. And diabetes is a big thing, right? And David, I mean, we knew he wasn't eating well, but we got to stick to the criminal side of it, right? But this deposition, Sean Aaron, this is ultimately what started it all. And they probably started digging into his taxes like we did, but they probably had more access to, like, say, his bank accounts, Cash App, where the feds could serve warrants and do shit that we couldn't do. But there were things we could do that the feds couldn't, right? There were things that we could do here that the feds like, yeah, we can't do that. Sorry. I'm like, okay, well, we can. You know, but that's good, Kim. That's good. That's good. And it is. It's about managing your health. And we even have a code now. Check this out, Kim, for diabetes in remission. Okay. Because diabetes, you can manage it. Diabetes is a very manageable condition. It doesn't go away, especially if you have it. Okay. It doesn't go away, but you can very well manage it to where you can get it down to like how do you say, you can't even detect your level. You can. Well, Trip 9, you know what we're talking about tonight, bro? It's just the intricate cult criminal enterprise and how he used it to fucking skate under the radar for so long. It was really, he really did. And he used it in a very manipulative way. And David did. That's why he got away with it for so long. The church is out of hand, like Uncle Jake said. The 501c3, just stop it and make everybody else reapply. They should fucking take everybody's 501c3, tax them, then make everybody reapply. Oh, fuck yeah, Sean Aaron is hell yeah. Hell yeah, he's scared. All these other churches, man, you fucking ain't right there scared. Yes, they are scared. I guarantee they are. Because now they're seeing like, uh-oh, it happened to that guy, can happen to us. Dude, you know what, Daniela Bogdanov? I saw him being pushed across the stage in a wheelchair holding a fucking cane and waving it like he's fucking like, oh, I fucking did all this shit. No, that's what I knew he's full of shit. And it was in his very young days. This motherfucker full of shit. Getting pushed across the stage in a wheelchair. Uncle Jake is all, I'm diabetic, but that's me. That's just myself. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, SNAP benefits. Oh, they find out about that. That's gonna piss people right off. That's gonna piss the jury off because like that's my fucking money, asshole. For tax-free status, churches should be audited and have to prove their exactly. David did none of that. Nobody ever stopped to think, hey, let's go ahead and audit this guy. They did. That's why he lost JMMI, and the fucking prosecutor even brought that up. A1C is 6.4. Nice, Uncle Jake. Nice. That's good. Yep. Let's see here. But yeah, Trip 9, the frauds are scared. The Daniel Adams, all those shitheads, they're scared too. They're like, uh-oh, we're doing shady shit with our money. They're going to find out. I don't trust shit ChatGPT says, but I'm pretty sure they will. No, David, that's the thing. David provided like negative equity to the public, right? He provided like negative moral, right, Sebatarth? It's like David didn't pump anything positive. He pumped everything negative out of the public. He did. Yes, he did. And he did it in a very tactful way, right? Through the IRS, SNAP benefits, using his IRS exemptions to pull fucking bank accounts, credit cards. Yes, he did, and that's going to be a problem. Oh, because you know what I found out? Is that fuckhead made 11 million. Yeah. $11 million that year of COVID that he pulled that $30,000 PPP loan. That little fucking piece of shit. That little sack of shit took a $30,000 PPP loan when he had fucking 30. He brought in $11 million that first year of COVID. That's going to be a problem. They'd be like, Mr. Taylor, you saw you got a PPP loan, but you also brought in $11 million that year. Where'd the $30,000 go? To the lobster? To the crab legs of the lobster so I could feed my staff? You're supposed to pay your staff with that. Oh, Trent, I guarantee it gets pushed back. The April date, everybody, the April date is just there as a placement. It's like a fucking place marker. That's it. Yeah, EBT fraud is a hot issue right now. Yep. The government's cracking down on fraud, as they fucking should. Dude, it bleeds from the economy. It's a slow dude, it's a slow bleed. Well, no, actually, it's a big fucking bleed. He did know it, and that's... Hey, Daniela, let me tell you something. When I made a report to the feds about David and they called me back, that was one of the questions. They asked me if I was directly victimized by David. I was like, yeah, absolutely I was. I was like, that PPP loan money that everybody got, that he got instead of me, like, I was a small business that I could have used that money. He got it instead of me. And I was like, you know who else has been scammed? I was like, you're being scammed. I was like, your coworkers are being scammed. I was like, your friends, your family, everybody is being scammed by these people and being victimized by them, including you. And he couldn't say, she's like, oh, you're right. It's like, yeah, I am too. You are too. As we're sitting here talking about this, you're being victimized also. He affected everybody. That's what I told him. I was like, he didn't just affect me. He's affecting you too. He's affecting the entire FBI. He's infecting our entire economy. Fuck that. No, this wasn't, he affected everybody. Give a fuck how big or how small. He affected everybody. That's always been my stance. He affected everybody. He scammed everybody. He fucked everybody. He basically said, fuck you guys. I don't have to listen to your rules. I'm going to do what the fuck I want. No, see, Dallas, I don't know, man. I don't know. See, David popped up on the radar. If he takes the stand, Sean Aaron it'll be the dumbest fucking mistake of his life. I mean, David's made a lot of mistakes, but that'll be his final mistake ever. Yeah, Soups is a survivor. You guys, this affected real people. This affected real people. And yes, the shit we saw was funny sometimes, but on the back end, he hurt a lot of people, you guys. Yep. That's why we're here with you guys, Soups. We're here to like help you guys make sense of what happened, and just let you know you aren't out there alone. We've had people telling like we felt we were out there alone, and no, you guys aren't, man. You're not out there alone. We want you to know that. We're here. We've been listening the whole time. Our ears are wide fucking open, man. We knew what he was doing. Probably all of us could quote it here, word for word. I hope he goes face to face. It would be worth it. Oh, it would. Yeah, see? 3 members of Kim's family. Yeah, if you're right, Ray Muse. If David took the stand, it would be worse than the deposition. It would. It would. And I personally think David wants to take the stand because he wants to, if he wins, he'll be like, oh, I've been vindicated. Look, I got off the stand. I was vindicated like the apostles. I'm the apostle. Look, I got away with it. I hope he takes the stand. No, it doesn't. That's the thing. That's why if he gets on the stand, it'll be the worst fucking, that will be the worst fucking idea of his life. This is my favorite part. Good meeting you, all. Good meeting you, Rick Frazier. Thanks for the $1 million. Thanks for working your ass off for me, Rick Frazier. Tell Debbie thanks for the mill. Yeah, look, he's all. Thanks for the $1 million, Rick. I think so too, Trent. That's his personality. That's David E. Taylor 101. If David can testify, he's going to testify to vindicate himself. That's Dookie Deacon 101, bro. Yep. Exactly. We're paying to keep him locked up. We're paying for the prosecution. When it's done, we'll pay for the bankruptcy. Exactly. Yep. Oh, no. Fuck no. Dude, they fucking brought a human trafficking prosecutor. Fucking love it, dude. Love it. Love it. It's just like, it's kind of nice watching it. It's like a fucking poker game. It is. It's like watching a fucking. I already bought this Duck Mail Buddy. It's like watching a fucking wait. Wait, there it is. Okay. Downloaded the wrong one. Oh, it's all right though. Okay. All right. This is off Pacer, okay? Fucking love this, man. It is. It's like slowly watching a fucking royal flush come out. Boom. Okay. Here's the fucking ace of spades. Bam. Here's the king of spades. Bam. Here's the queen of spades. Bam. Here's the jack of spades. Bam. 10 of spades. They're laying out a fucking royal flush. Okay. Now, Lindsay Roberson, this woman's got her shit together. Okay. I hope David does this to her on the stand. Good meeting you. All right. Now, this is Lindsay Roberson. Okay. She is part of the Human Trafficking Institute because apparently it's a Human Trafficking Institute. And she's traveled the world and done her research, man. She is researching human trafficking. That's like her whole life is studying human trafficking, the effects, the causes. Yeah, this woman's used to like shit in Uganda, exactly. Yeah. And she has traveled there. She has traveled there to see what it does, the effects of it. Like, I'm surprised this page isn't like bigger than what it is. But this woman's got her shit together. Oh, she's smart, yeah. And for David to take the stand against her.
And I serve as the Senior Legal Counsel for the Human Trafficking Institute. In this role, I'm privileged to be a part of the Institute's mission of decimating human trafficking at its source by empowering governments to form specialized investigative units to prosecute traffickers.
Bam, right there. That's her goal. Listen to her goal. This is her goal.
Institute. In this role, I'm privileged to be a part of the Institute's mission of decimating human trafficking at its source by empowering governments to form specialized investigative units to prosecute traffickers.
So she is teaching governments how to form specialized units to track, document, and prosecute human traffickers. She's doing it with a smile on her face. She's like, that's what I said. I was like, dude, this lady's gonna wipe David's fucking face with the floor, or wipe the floor with David's face, and fucking do it with a smile and a Coke on her fucking face, man. She's gonna be doing it with a fucking Coke Zero. I'm like, oh man, she's gonna fry his ass. Yeah. Oh man.
Together with my colleagues, I co-lead our country project work abroad in Uganda and Belize, and at home in our efforts in the United States.
She's a prosecutor, Daniela.
The mission of the Institute is simple, but it is far from easy. Today, with the uncertain times we are all living in, the Institute's work is more vital than ever. At its core, human trafficking, whether it's for labor or commercial sex, is the coercive exploitation of another human being for a trafficker's profit. It is a complex crime that affects every possible demographic in every corner of the globe, including the United States. As a former state and federal human trafficking prosecutor, my experience has shown me that combating human trafficking effectively.
Let's be clear about this, Sean Ernest. This is a landmark case, period, in America. This never happened. And they've already, dude, these people who've done these news bits have already said that. This has never happened. All right, be good, Trip 9. Happy Thanksgiving, bro. Hope you had a good one, man. I've already heard like some of these specialists come out and say, no, this has never happened. Oh, yeah, they're bringing out the big hitters now. I know, right, James? If fuck around, find out how to face, it'd be Lindsay. She'd be like, and fuck around and find out? Okay. Okay.
Requires specialized knowledge and highly skilled justice professionals working together to achieve the same goal, holding traffickers accountable. In North Carolina, I prosecuted the first sex trafficking cases in the state and co-founded a victim service organization because there's no way to prosecute trafficking without also supporting survivors. At the Department of Justice, I learned that traffickers tailor their methods of coercion to exploit specific vulnerabilities of their victims.
What did David do? Used religion to exploit vulnerable people, right? We have, you guys, this is first time where we're going to have a cult of this magnitude be prosecuted for human trafficking. Because David did. He exploited a specific, and it was a very fucking specific group, everybody. Religious people with mental health conditions. Some of them, not saying all of them, but some of them may be suffering from mental health, drug abuse, domestic violence. Oh man, then you fucking throw a twist of religion in there. Holy fucking shit. Talk about fucking manipulative, man.
And that it often takes a skilled practitioner to prosecute a crime that can so easily be hidden in plain sight. The Human Trafficking Institute was founded by bringing together a team of subject matter experts, including former prosecutors, agents, victim service specialists, and researchers who work to empower the governments of other countries to build their own specialized units that allow them to stop traffickers. In order to assist those most vulnerable to trafficking,
yeah, you don't want this lady handing you any paperwork.
We must first empower the professionals capable.
You know, Extreme 50, I don't think is. I think we've had that discussion here that I don't think they're offering a plea deal, man. Exactly. She's putting in some very calculated details here
Of identifying and prosecuting the criminals who exploit them. We recently had the pleasure of introducing you to my colleague, Tyler Dunman, another veteran human trafficking prosecutor living and working in Uganda as special counsel to the Director of Public Prosecutions. Even during lockdown, and maybe especially during this lockdown, his work has been instrumental to the ongoing prosecution of human traffickers. Last week, he assisted prosecutors in filing trafficking charges and making arrests in 2 new cases. While the global pandemic adds a new level of difficulty to already challenging work, our team is working tirelessly to assist those who need help the most. What you should know is that whether the Institute is working in Belize or in Birmingham, in Uganda or Utah, our mission remains consistent: to equip and encourage specialized investigative units to expertly prosecute this prolific crime and hold traffickers accountable for their conduct. While we further our work in Belize by training law enforcement and assisting in the creation of a specialized unit, we are able to assist prosecutors in the United States at the same time by drafting briefs to educate federal courts to ensure the appropriate sentencing of traffickers. I'm excited today to share with you another one of the unique ways that the Human Trafficking Institute accomplishes its mission in the United States and encourages best practices around the world. Since 2017, the Institute has published an annual federal human trafficking report. This report did not previously exist and provides a unique resource to practitioners and the public alike by presenting an in-depth analysis of every criminal and civil human trafficking case handled by federal courts in the United States. As you'll see, this report identifies methods of coercion and types of recruitment used by traffickers to exploit victims, and also provides an expert analysis of trends in federal prosecutions over the last several years. The report highlights how human trafficking survivors are also using civil lawsuits to seek damages for the harm suffered at the hands of their traffickers.
Bam. So y'all survivors, let me tell you something right now with David's cult. You guys typically have an ace in your hand. You guys have an ace in your hand right now with David. You hear what she said? You guys go fucking press a personal lawsuit against him.
We hope that the report highlights how human trafficking survivors are also using civil lawsuits to seek damages for the harm suffered at the hands of their traffickers. We hope that the 2019 Federal Human Trafficking Report serves as a valuable tool for those seeking to improve the ways that we combat trafficking in the United States and around the globe. By learning and sharing our work today, you are helping decimate human trafficking at its source, and we could not be more grateful for your support.
That one to the court.
You want to know why? I'll tell you exactly why the government's fucking scared. Let's see.
Every religion has its mysteries. One of the closest guarded secrets of the Church of Jesus Christ.
Any charitable purpose. It's to my knowledge, the whole time I was there. So there's a bit of a distinction here that's important.
Explain that to me.
No, Soups, y'all survivors should get together and press a huge fucking lawsuit on David. For real, no, fuck that. Sue the shit out of him. No, fuck that. Sue him. Sue him. And you know what, Soups? Not only would he have to pay for everything, he would have to pay you guys. You guys could sue him for the money that you would have to pay.
The fundamental claim to me is that Ensign Peak brings money in, and it's the Hotel California. It never comes out.
Phil Hackney worked in the Office of Chief Counsel of the IRS and teaches tax law. He concedes it's complex, and the case falls into a gray area. The church would say, we give millions of dollars out every year in humanitarian work. How much is enough by the standards of the IRS?
We know within private foundations, it's 5% of assets.
All right, this is a 60-minute whistleblower interview. I'll put the link here in a minute, but I'm trying to get to the part where, and you guys want to know exactly why the government doesn't do it.
There's no clarity when it comes to public charities, and certainly not with churches. But I would expect to see something like 2-3% of assets being spent out to justify that status.
But how do you know if they're spending 2 or 3% of assets if we don't know what the assets are?
We have to rely on them behaving well.
They said they bailed out this insurance company. That's the words they used. Is that a problem?
It is a problem, in my opinion, if they have moved money from the nonprofit to a for-profit.
So how likely do you think it would be that the IRS would ever investigate this?
Slim.
Slim.
The political risk is so great.
Right there. Bam.
That it comes with real danger. At the same time.
Yes.
Slim. The political risk is so great that it comes with real danger.
The political risk is so great that it comes with real danger. I knew when I heard this interview, I was like, we're fucked. I knew that. I was like, oh shit. You guys want to hear it again? This guy's a fucking IRS specialist. Like he studies tax law and shit. It's a risk.
Do you think it would be that the IRS would ever investigate this?
Slim. The political risk is so great that it comes with real danger. At the same time, there's a real risk to the rule of law if the IRS doesn't come in and enforce those rules.
David Nielsen says honesty is a tenet of the faith.
That's why they don't investigate him. There's a very real political risk and repercussion of it. Yeah, what danger? It's a fucking church. What are they so fucking scared of? We don't want to do that because you know what? We're going to find all the fucking pedophiles in government. Is that what they're so fucking scared of? Doing audits and finding out how many fucking people are getting paid off? Sounds like fucking corruption to me, everybody. What the fuck is the church doing with that shit? Fucking political risk and repercussions because the IRS won't do their fucking job? Wake the fuck up, America. Hey, man. Hey, the IRS is a real fucking problem. They need to do their fucking jobs. They're the ones handing out these fucking exemptions. The fuck, man? This guy said it plain and clear, and I knew when I heard this interview, like I said, the political risk and repercussion is why the government doesn't fucking take a stance, because there's fucking bitch made about it. They're so fucking dickheads about it. They're fucking, oh, we don't want to touch the church because they're just doing work for God. Are they? When's the last time you guys fucking audited a church and made it fucking public fucking record as it should be? Because these churches are out there taking money from the public. But hey, we can't see their fucking records when they're audited? The fuck is it bullshit? It's a fucking double-ass standard. We don't... Hey, when we find out there's bullshit going on with churches, we don't want anybody to know what they're doing wrong. Bullshit. Bullshit. Yeah, they're more like fucking secret societies and shit on that upper echelon. You got all these white fucking Wonder Bread fucks like this. Wow, right? You got all these fucking Wonder Bread assholes.
In the case of financial crisis, to make sure that we can continue.
This guy's one of the leaders of the Mormon church right here. This fucking creepy fucking Waldo-looking douchebag.
Management.
To be honest, we've never looked at it as a percentage. We looked at it based on needs to make sure that we're comfortable with how many years' worth we have in case of financial difficulties, in the case of financial crisis, to make sure that we can continue church operations. We just want to make sure that that is sufficient.
David Nielsen says he did not intend for his complaint to the IRS to become public. But in 2019, his brother shared it with the Washington Post.
Look at that, the Mormon church.
Nielsen, who in his free time races...
That's exactly why, guys. The political repercussion.
Not with churches, but I would expect to see something like 2-3% of assets being spent out to justify that status.
But how do you know if they're spending 2 or 3% of assets if we don't know what the assets are?
We have to rely on them behaving well.
They said they bailed out this insurance company. That's the words they used. Is that a problem?
It is a problem, in my opinion, if they have moved money from the nonprofit to a for-profit.
So how likely?
Bet you they did, and they got interest on that payback too. They're like, hey, we'll go ahead and load the money, but we're going to double the fucking interest rate, okay? Instead of 2%, it's now 4%.
Do you think it would be that the IRS would ever investigate this?
Slim. The political risk is so great that it comes with real danger.
Yeah, the church and the government been together since the beginning of time. That's how government controlled the people. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Joel Osteen locked his fucking doors too.
At the same time, there's a real risk to the rule of law if the IRS doesn't come in and enforce those rules.
That dude's right. If I was talking to Cliff kind of recently, and he's like,
you have the objection.
He's like, the reason vigilantes are born sometimes is because the government doesn't do their fucking job. And I had to kind of agree. I had to agree with him. I'm like, you're right, dude. Like, if they don't do anything, like vigilantes are born out of shit like this. And I'm like, you're right, dude. You're fucking not far off of the truth at all. Dead on. Because when the government fails the people are going to start taking matters in their own fucking hands, man. And I'm not taking sides of the government here, but this dude just said the reason the fucking IRS doesn't do shit is because there's a danger. The fuck is the danger doing when the IRS is doing their goddamn job? Out there auditing churches like they fucking should be, checking their fucking money, and when they find fraud, they should make it as public as fucking possible and let the people fucking decide, not fucking bury it like they fucking have been. Fucking assholes. Seriously? We found this fraud that this church was doing and took all this money from the people. But we can't tell you guys what the investigation came up with because it's just tax law. Well, they're taking money from the public. David doesn't have ties. Yeah, has no ties to government. Yeah. Like Joel Osteen, I'm sure he's got ties. Yep. Dude, if I ever saw Jesse Duplantis' fucking place, I'd egg it, bro. If I'm ever in Louisiana, I would go just to egg his fucking pad, dude. I would. And I'd get like, dude, I'd get racks of eggs, bro. And I would just go to town. Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck Jesse. Fuck David. All these guys. These guys were scamming people. They've been doing it. And that dude was right. There's fucking political repercussions. If the government started investigating churches, I know, right, Cap? Dude, that guy was like, hey, there's real political repercussions and real danger if we start investigating these churches. Well, what the fuck were you guys so scared about? You're going to find all the fucking sick fucks? Yes, that's what they're scared of. That's what they would be scared of, Cap. They would be scared of finding all the sick fucking bullshit that's been hidden behind the veil of the church if they went out and did an audit. Then people would start losing votes. Parties would start losing votes because the government's investigating churches. And again, if the government started investigating churches, once again, politicians would start losing votes. Doesn't matter which side they'd be on, people would start losing votes, and they can't have that. They can't have that. The government can't have politicians losing votes because the IRS is investigating fucking corrupt churches. So they don't. They don't. Not very often. But David amassed a lot of wealth in a short amount of time, and that's why he came up on the radar. Oh, it'd cause riots? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it would. Yeah, that's why I don't give money to the church. Like I said, if I'm going to give something over to somebody, it'll be my time. My time's precious to me, and I'm happy to give it to the right people. Now, I'm not going to fucking charge them shit. I'm going to charge my work shit. I'm going to charge my work to work. Yeah, but that's different, right? I'm working for somebody. They're going to pay me. I signed a contract saying, we'll pay you this for your services. Okay. We can fire you at any time, and you can quit at any time. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, this is a really, this whole enterprise that David created behind his church. Yes, Ray. Yes. 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 It is. It's a slow process. They trickle out, man. They trickle out and slowly they come forward because these people were victimized by this guy, man. He did, and he did it in a really bad and fucking calculated, shitty way. To where he could cause the most amount of damage to somebody psychologically. Now all the men are like dick whipped on David for whatever reason. Don't know why. They're all just kind of sprung on him like he's some fucking, like, I don't know, Dirk Diggler or some shit like that. I don't know. Yeah. Yep, you're right, Dallas. I'm with you. That's why I don't vote. Won't vote. Because our political leaders don't give two fucks about me. I know they don't. Whether it's fucking left or right, we're not left with many choices. But David, they will make an example of him, okay? Because this shithead was also laundering money, okay? We know that for sure. We know this shit stain was laundering money, okay? Which is why David got his first exemption revoked, is because he wasn't right here. Got it revoked twice. Okay, he got it revoked twice. Once in May of 2010. And then also in May of 2021. The lesser of two evils. Yeah. Yeah. It really is. It really is because they could, dude, Sean Airness, they could set a fucking example out of this. They could set an example out of this case right here. They really could. They could build a whole framework just off this case alone of how David did it, where it started, track all the money. I believe that his church is going. Yeah, the church will go away. Hey, Dallas, you know what? But they both fuck us either way. Yeah, I've never really been given a good choice of who's going to fuck me less. Seriously, you know what? Even my mom said that to me one year. She's all, Rich, man, you guys haven't had the greatest pick of presidents. I'm like, yeah, you're fucking telling me. Jesus Christ. Fuck, you're telling me. I don't like our government. I don't like them one bit. I don't know if Colleen would be called in. She was just the questioning attorney. Maybe be a character witness, you know? Be like, yeah, he's very arrogant sounding, you know, like I think you're right, Soups. And you want to know something? Is the documentary that was made about David on the channel, that was actually being shown in history classes in universities. Yeah, he's all, thank you, prophetess Kathleen. So now Kathleen's a new prophetess running the joint, but it'll fucking be running the ground by her. Fuck Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry's a fucking chump ass bitch. I don't even like that guy. I can't, you know, Pee-wees, I can't fucking stand Tyler Perry, bro. I heard that guy's a fucking piece of shit too, bro. Yeah. That guy seems like just Mr. I'm fucking too good for everybody. Fuck that chump ass clown motherfucker. I don't like him. Tyler Perry can fucking suck it, dude. Can't stand the guy. I've been hearing some shit about him being a sick fuck too, bro. Let me tell you something. With great power, dude. When you're in that position of power, dude, I think Tyler Perry's a fucking douchebag, bro. Fuck Tyler Perry. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, right? We had 330 million fucking people, and Trump and Kamala were our best fucking options, you guys. I would have given the presidency to Uncle Jake. He would have fucking straightened us all out. Yeah, Tyler Perry giving away $1 million to TD Jakes on stage. He's all, here, you know, go ahead, let me go ahead and help you fund your little fucking, you know, your little fucking ring you got going here. Yeah. I don't like Tyler Perry, fucking snake ass motherfucker. He's no different than David, Tyler Perry, in my opinion. He's just a fucking famous person. And the reason why they got away with it for so long, David, is because people had to come forward and talk about it. Once the people started coming forward, then the feds could start building their case on it. Okay, we got it. We have to have eyewitnesses. They have to have eyewitnesses, you guys. And the thing is, no, you're good, Pee-wee. No, you're good, bro. No. I just can't fucking stand Tyler Perry. I can't, dude. If it's like, if I had to pick my top 3 most hated actors, he's definitely like the top 1. Yeah. Nah, you're good, Pee-wee. Nah, you're good, bro. Nah, it's all in good fun, dude. I know. Yeah, I think more witnesses will eventually come forward. And if there's survivors out there and you have been physically, whether assaulted, abused, whatever, you've been scammed by David, now would be the time. Get with us. We'll put you in touch with the right people so they can validate if it's good, because they're going to. Okay? If you go forward, they're going to question you. They're going to talk to you. What happened? What was your association? They're going to want to know everything. If you have, let me tell you something. It's the ball's in y'all's court now, for real. David, he ain't going anywhere. He's sitting in that fucking jail cell until his time is served, until the outcome of his trial, as the magistrate said. Mr. Taylor, I don't know what else I can do with you except put you in detention because you are a danger to the community based off what I've heard here today in the proffer. The only way I see fit to keep everybody safe is detention until the outcome of your trial. Because David is a threat to the community. He is a very dangerous man. Look what dude. I'm sure the magistrate like has to be pumped with her decision, because now she's probably hearing about the fact that this prosecutor's been added. Yeah, we might not find Chen, dude. Yeah, we knew Chen was going to bounce eventually, but yeah. And we'll listen to this just for shits and giggles, but yeah, this is a judge telling David, like, I don't know where to put you. You're dangerous. You are a danger to the community. Like this was, and the prosecutor had even said at the end of her proffer, Your Honor, the only reason he's never had a criminal record is because he's been committing these crimes for the last 13 years. He's been doing this systematically, Your Honor. This isn't an isolated incident, and this is why. This is how he's been doing it. And now we're bringing more people on. I know, what is that, like the 14th Amendment, cruel and unusual punishment or some shit? Police would be like, hey, cruel and unusual punishment, I got to take a shower with this guy. Can I file cruel and unusual punishment against the government, please? Can I get a reduced sentence, please? They're going to give all the inmates a reduced sentence. They're like, yeah, we can go ahead and do that. We'll just make him serve his time alone. But see, several of us are under the impression that David's in like isolation in protective custody right now. That he can't be in public in Gen Pop. Because he would be a target. He'd be a target. Especially that there's kids involved now.
Calling case 2520560, United States of America versus David Taylor.
Sarah Cohen, on behalf of the United States.
Thank you. Just put your appearance again on the record, please.
Oh, Scott Rosenblum. I'm sorry. I was just getting notes for what you're going to say.
Oh, okay. All right. Mr. Taylor, I'm going to say some things that the folks in this courtroom have probably heard a couple more times today, but it is part of my decision-making process. And the first thing is you are entitled to the presumption of innocence. There is nothing that has taken place in this hearing today, anything that was in the government's proffer, its memorandum, or anything that I might set forth in any finding that's intended or should affect that presumption of your innocence. And this is a detention hearing, and it's governed by the Bail Reform Act. And that act says that detention is considered an exceptional step. Bond is presumed unless it is determined that there are no conditions or combination of conditions that will reasonably assure your appearance or reasonably assure the safety of the community. And the act requires that I impose the least restrictive measures to provide those reasonable assurances. Now, in your case, with the charges that you are facing, it is a presumption case. And that means that these charges are so serious by their very nature that Congress has decided that it is presumed you don't get bond. But as your lawyer said, that presumption can be overcome. And I understand the government has a belief that they haven't overcome the presumption, but you just need some evidence to overcome it. You don't have a criminal history, and you have ties to varying communities. So I'm going to assume that you have overcome the presumption.
What do you mean by that, Uncle Jake? Once he loses a lot of rights to records. So he won't have rights to like bank records and stuff like that, court records. He's gonna lose access to a lot of shit though. Oh, it's so befitting though. Oh, it's so befitting for him to lose everything. Oh, that's the best part when the judge tells him to shut his fucking mouth.
Assumption of
Shut
detention.
your fucking mouth.
But then I have to look to the 3142G factors. They were all talked about here today in some way, shape, or another, and they're in the government's brief, and they're talked about in the brief that was filed by your lawyer. The first is the nature and circumstances of the offense. It's laid out in the indictment. It's very serious. These allegations are horrific. I understand that this is ostensibly a church, but from where the court sees it, it has serious questions. If churches that I know don't operate in this manner, and this is a presumption case, and so this factor, the nature and circumstances of the offense, and I understand you have what you have telling me a formidable defense to what is laid out in the indictment and the nature and circumstances. But what I'm looking at, it's serious. It weighs in favor of detention. Then I consider the weight of the evidence. It's not the weight of the evidence of your guilt or innocence. It's the weight of the evidence as to your risk of non-appearance or danger to the community. And as to your risk of non-appearance, the government has set forth here today and in its memorandum, that you have some financial means potentially. I don't know if it's super significant for you to go a lot of places, but what's really concerning about me is that you have ties so many different places, in so many different states, and you have supporters. I'm hearing, 200,000 people, and that gives me some concern that you are a risk of non-appearance through your ties and your supporters. And they only have to convince me by a preponderance of the evidence. And they've come really close to that. But I'm mostly concerned about the danger to the community. And they have to show clear and convincing evidence. And I look at what's set forth in the affidavit. Those aren't just, there's allegations, yes, but there's actual text messages that are set forth that enhance what's in the affidavit. And then I heard in the government's proffer today, and I understand this is an ongoing investigation and they are still uncovering things. And the things that they have told me today that they have uncovered are very concerning, very disturbing, and, indicative of your dangerousness. And I think your history and characteristics as well. You don't have a criminal history. And by your lawyer, you've been, serving in this ministry.
Hey, Manny, what records did he show you up from Taylor? Because David doesn't have a drug record like that. It's a different David Taylor. We've looked. Is it fucking pocket watching with JT Pocket Watcher or whatever, Manny? I think I know which blogger you're talking about. JT don't know what the fuck he's talking about, though. He's full of shit. JT don't have his facts straight, if that's who it is. I'll tell you that right now, Manny. If it's JT, it's wrong. David doesn't have a record like that. We've looked. There's multiple David Taylors up in Michigan. I know exactly who it is, Manny. He's full of shit. It's JT. Pocket watching with JT. I know exactly who it is, bro. And he's not a tax attorney. He's like some dude. That guy. I know exactly who yours is, dude. I'll show you, dude. I'll show you, bro. Dude, I'll show you. I'll show you. I could show you right now, and you'd be like, "Oh yeah."
This is Pocket.
It's this guy right here, huh? Is it this guy? The fuck happened to his other channel? Yeah, this guy. Is this his other? Hold on. How many channels does he have? Hold on. Let me check.
This is Pocket.
Because I called him out for buying his fucking subs and views. And he actually came on the channel. What happened? Dude, he used to have way more fucking shit on here than this. Dude, his channel used to be way bigger, dude. I don't know what happened. But yeah, no, it was him. Yeah, it was him, dude.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and that's the thing, Manny. I had asked him like what he did, because I asked him, I was like, I talked to him one time, and he was like, no, I'm not a tax. He's like, he does taxes, but I thought he was like a tax accountant, but he's not. He just does taxes. And then I asked him what his degree was in. He's like, basically, he's got a business degree, dude. Like it's like some kind of business marketing or some shit. So, yeah, David doesn't file taxes. But no, JT was wrong in that. He was wrong.
You have supporters here who believe in you, and that would be a good thing in your favor, but it also cuts the other way too, because what's laid out here in this indictment and what I've read is really concerning, Mr. Taylor. You are alleged to lead this organization that is alleged to have engaged in some activity that is incredibly troubling, concerning to the court. So I think this all speaks to your dangerousness to the community, and I know your supporters completely disagree, but you don't have all just supporters. There are people who, you're going to have your witnesses at trial that say none of this happened. They're going to have their people that tell a very different story, and that's not unusual in situations like this. But from my vantage point, I'm extremely concerned. I'm also really concerned.
I imagine David sitting there with that fucked up haircut. Just imagine David sitting there in a fucking orange jumpsuit with some fucking shackles on his feet and his hands, and that fucked up haircut, and the judge sitting there talking to him. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, he claims fucking $27,000 a year. Oh, dude, this is the whole, dude, Bane Train. Okay, so here's the thing, right? So when the case first got brought to trial, they had a lady that was specializing in the forced labor, and then a lady that was specializing in fraud, right? And like fucking asset recovery and shit, right? Then just last week before Thanksgiving, they added on a human trafficking prosecutor. They're like, hey, we're just going to go ahead and add her on to the end. We're just going to go ahead. Let's go ahead and add her to the end. It's like, do they not see the fucking, I know exactly. Yes. Yes. And this smug ass look on his fucking face. Yes. And that fucked up haircut. Well, actually, the other one was better. Like, the other one was way better. It was like fucking, like, he looked like fucking Bozo the Clown.
Because there's no real good place right now for me to tell you where you could go, where you would be. No, you let me talk.
Okay.
You've talked. I know you proposed an address in this district that hasn't been vetted by pretrial services. I have no idea where that is. You don't have, you have some ties to this district. There was a church place here, but
build a website you love with Wix.
No, we'll get into the tax stuff a bit here in a second. I'll tell you why he did that shit. Because by law, like, let me say something first of all, Dallas. The 501c3 tax laws are real fucking, it's fucking stupid. It's the dumbest fucking law out there with the taxes. It really is the 501c3. It's a special exemption that the church gets. So they don't have to fucking show where the money goes or how they pay taxes. No, it's fucking bullshit. Hey, Evangelist Carey. David made it pretty obvious that he was moving people around for the benefit of his financial operation, and that is human trafficking. There is force, fraud, or coercion involved, and that's all it takes. That's all it fucking takes. You want to know? You want to know who made up the fucking laws for the fuck? DHS did. Hey, I think that's a good idea, right? If you don't make more than 50,000, why should you file? Why waste the time with the IRS, right? Why tie up the resources? Hey, if you don't make 50,000 a year, guess what? You don't need to fucking file. Just keep your money, save it. Yeah. Why should we have to file if they make less than 50,000 a year? They don't have to file. Then neither should we. Let's make that a law across the books, right? The church doesn't have to do it. Then, well, neither should we. Or flip the law. Hey, we have to pay, so they should. It could go either way. The church is like, oh, I don't want to do that. Well, then pay your fucking taxes. Don't fucking hide money. Now, force, fraud, or coercion. Here's forced labor. Trafficking. See, like, trying to think if it was forced labor. There. Oh, it is forced labor. Okay. Forced, fraud, or coercion. But David was also, fuck, if you really look at it, this is really, so David, like, check this out. So David, right, he used his forced labor method, but I firmly believe that all three of these were used, force, fraud, and coercion, whether it be on a spiritual aspect, a love aspect, whether David was saying, hey, if you give me this money, you're my spiritual wife, or whatever the fuck he was thinking, because I also feel that there was this huge fucking love scam that David was running on single women, abused women, homeless, domestic violence, coming from abused relationships. That's something the fucking government really should look into as well. As how many people David fucking said he was going to marry? How many women did David say he would fucking marry? What do y'all think? Seriously. I think well over 300. Easily in the 300 range for sure. Easily 300. He's like, this is Sparta. But instead he's kicking the lobster into the fucking pit. It's David. Instead of Leonidas, it's David kicking the lobsters into the pit. But it's like a fucking batch of, it's like a fucking vat of butter. But with David, I think he could have fucking told well over 300 women. Fuck, maybe even more, 500. Once David figured out he could do that and win women over like that, I think he was just fucking telling them left and right. Yep. And that's Brain Train or Bane Train. That's how we figured it out, bro. Like, it wasn't even the government wrote this fucking outline, not us. We're just like, hey, these are all falling in line. We got a problem here. That's all we ever did. We're like, okay, what's human trafficking involved? Oh, shit, here it is right here. Did you ever have students, or was that code word? It is. Corpus Christi. DJ, you're dead on. You're dead on with it. Dude, you're fucking spot on, bro. The vocabulary is very important here because David would call us armor bearers, and that's to mask that there were these fucking these forced labor workers, dude. The vocab's very important in this. The armor bearers. And he would only apply those names when it benefited the operation. Other than that, like, I've talked to these survivors and they've all said for a long time, their name was cunt, bitch, cocksucker, fag, all types of shit. David was a very horrible person to these people. And this is, they'll tell you this, man. They will tell you this. He's called it to me. That's a good fucking question. Why don't churches have to pay taxes? Why don't churches pay taxes? Good fucking question. I never asked. Because they're helping God, because the money's for God, and you don't tax God. That's what I think. Yeah, Suits will tell you, he's fucking terrible to these people. He was terrible. Fucking verbally degrading. David was literally racist against his own race, you guys. He would use... God, dude. I don't want to talk about schools and all that other bullshit, violating parochial school, whatever. I don't do that. I will tell you, though, that David's going to have some issues with that when it comes time, okay? With school. Not with his school, but in general, with the public schools and children in the cult. That's going to be a big fucking problem. That alone, David's in deep shit with that one. I won't go fuck. He's fucked. Okay. Because David was doing some shady shit that he shouldn't have been doing. I said, find out. Either we'll get right or we'll leave. Then he says we're going to hell even if we leave. Yeah. Yep. Like that verbal, that verbal abuse. By subsidizing churches with tax credits violates the First Amendment. Yeah, look at where he's at now, those soups. The damage David did, yeah. I don't know. It depends. Dude, you know what? It all depends on Street Glide. What they find on the phones and what's tied in those phones. Yeah, he wanted you guys like robots. Soups, yeah. He wanted you guys like robots. And you know what, Soups? Even eyewitnesses that went on some of the properties said that's exactly how some of the members acted, was like robots, just kind of programmed, man. Well, that's funny. I just heard a fucking tax specialist say it'd be a problem if the IRS started investigating churches because there's a real danger. What the fuck is the real danger of the IRS doing their job? That everybody finds out how fucking corrupt the fucking church is? And that's a problem? Not saying all churches, but I'd say like a good top portion. Think of how much money these, like the Mormon church, they make billions of fucking dollars. What the fuck does God need with all the goddamn money? What are they gonna fucking do? These fucking white creepy fucks at the Mormon church, what the fuck are they gonna do with the $1 billion when they're fucking dead? Nobody's taking this kind of money with them, everybody. What the fuck are they amassing this type of wealth for? They gonna pay their way out of fucking mortality with God? Be like, hey God, can I give you $1 billion of the money that we earned here, and can you let me off? Can you let me off here, God? Dude, hey, hold on. Hey, go sign this. Hey, go sign this right here, bro. Click that QR code. Hey, and sign that shit, man. Tax the church over 10 million. 10 million, tax them.
I'm not convinced that anything pretrial services has offered. I think one of the bond conditions of your co-defendant was to be completely separated from the church. I don't think that's possible here. I don't think there's any bond condition where, where you're proposing to live in North Carolina, that's still part of this whole organization. That's still part of it. And your supporters, if I understand what the government's saying in their investigation, part of that is to protect Mr. Taylor. And I don't know how the extent that protection might go, but Mr. Taylor, I think the only way I can keep the community safe and, to separate you from this organization, that's the only bond condition I could think, that would, I could possibly consider. I don't know how to do it at this point. And bond requires trust. And, you say there's some discrepancies in the pretrial services report. But for me, I could see that you weren't completely forthcoming with the pretrial services officer. And I have a problem with that. That's your opportunity. And it doesn't appear that you were fully transparent. These allegations, what the government said in its proffer, I understand that the co-defendant, that individual did get bond, but I think these supporters heard, earlier in the case before this, I look at the cases individually, and your particular role, these particular allegations, what the government has said in its proffer, I do not believe, and I understand that we've got 2 pretrial services report that recommended bond with conditions, but from my vantage point, I do not believe that any of those conditions are sufficient to really assure your appearance and assure the safety of the community. And I know this ruling will come as a great disappointment to all of you who are sitting there, who are supportive of this. But that's my decision. And I'm going to enter an order that keeps you in custody pending the resolution of your case. You do have a right to appeal. I fully expect that you will. No matter what my decision was today, somebody was going to appeal. And to that end, I have been informed that Judge Berg has Tuesday, October 21st at 9 o'clock available.
Yeah, the only reason Michelle's gone silent, well, I know Michelle's violating her bond. Reliable sources have told me she violated her bond, and it doesn't surprise me. I knew she would. We all did. We all did, because Michelle Brannon 101, the rules don't apply to Michelle Brannon, so she doesn't give a fuck. She's going to, if Michelle can fuck it up, she'll fuck it up. It's a very unique thought process with these people, man. It's a very unique thought process. But no, fuck that. She's violating bond. No, there's no way she was not going to, because that's all she knows. That's all she knows, man. Michelle Brannon 101. She'll fuck it up if she can, okay? The judge told her not to do it. She's going to fucking do it. You know why? Because Michelle thinks the rules don't fucking apply to Michelle. Same with David. Had the judge let him out, he would have went right back to the same shit he was doing and tried to fucking get out of it. She can't live without the cult, you guys. No friends, no family. She's isolated everybody she ever fucking knows. Like, she couldn't even walk out of the fucking news, out of the court without the news being up on her. She's like, oh shit, I'm going back inside. And then you could fucking see her little lawyer protecting her. Fucking scared little mouse now, dude. Scared little mouse. Now that everybody knows, now Michelle is fucking famous. She's famous like she wanted to be. She's all over the fucking news. See, that's something we've always kind of had a debate about, and things that have led, I found out, is once Michelle got there, the money started being made. How? I don't know, because my other sources tell me that Michelle was fucked up with money always and was never financially secure and didn't know how to manage money. But when she got to the cult, like, everything exploded for whatever reason. David's that delusional, Bane Train. He'll take this to trial. He wants to take it to trial. David wants to take this to trial, man. Fuck yeah, dude. Dude, are you serious? Dude, that was like, fuck when they busted her. Fuck yeah. Dude, when they got raided,
Divine.
Dude, when they got raided, they're going to try them separately. They just haven't split the trial yet.
That was put into these people.
Irene Faziani is a human trafficking survivor who now works with Sanctum House that provides support for trafficking victims. Karen Moore is the organization's executive director.
They challenge them with, spiritual deprivation also. So just the depravity and the inhumaneness and of people of faith.
Facilities and not letting them leave without permission. The two were arrested in North Carolina and Florida. Jesse Summer, back to you.
Charges tonight. They're at the center of what investigators are calling a multi-million-dollar conspiracy involving money laundering, forced labor, and abuse. This follows multiple FBI raids this morning, including at a home in the affluent Avalon neighborhood in Hillsborough County. This was part of a nationwide takedown. Fox 13 is covering this investigation from multiple angles. Our Kylie Jones is at the federal courthouse in Tampa, diving deeper.
Still trying. People keep it. I think, still trying to grasp the gravity of how big this bust was, you guys.
Into the church and its leaders, but we begin with Aaron Mesmer.
And the reason they rolled in like this is because they knew there were assault rifles here at this location.
Live in
whether they found them there, I don't know, but there were guns.
Avila with more on the raid and reaction from neighbors. Aaron.
Yeah, Haley, and these neighbors were absolutely stunned by what went on this morning. Neighbors in this community, they woke up to helicopters and FBI agents raiding a home in Avila. And once they found out why those federal agents were there, it was even more surprising.
Exactly. That's what Jake said. The Constitution only reads to keep the government from passing laws barring religion. So we can't pass laws that bars religion. That's all it says. Doesn't say we can't tax them. Doesn't say we can't tax the institution of the church. So I say we tax the fuck out of them. Everybody's got to pay taxes now. No, let's turn this fucking country around. Start taxing everybody.
You say, I don't have 100,000, but you have 20,000. You have 50,000 here, or you have 10,000.
That's video of David Taylor asking viewers to send money to his church. Federal authorities now say Taylor used donations to fund an extravagant lifestyle that included this massive mansion in Tampa's affluent Avila community. FBI agents raided the home Wednesday morning.
It's very surprising to hear that type of thing was going on, again, right in your backyard.
It's unclear what authorities took from the home. This view from Skyfox shows several cars lined up with gift bows on top. Neighbors say the 10-bedroom, 10.5 bathroom, 28,000 square foot mansion is one of the largest in Avila.
Because there was like, how could a pastor afford to live in a house like that?
According to the 23-page federal indictment, this house is one of several properties throughout the country purchased by Taylor's Kingdom of God Global Church. He's the pastor and referred to himself as an apostle, according to court documents. The indictment alleges Taylor recruited people to work at call centers, referring to them as armor bearers. Investigators say they were his, quote, personal servants who fulfilled Taylor's demands around the clock and were never paid. Taylor and executive director Michelle Brannon are accused of controlling nearly every aspect of the workers' lives, cutting them off from family and forcing them to take contraceptives. Human trafficking advocates say it's a devastating situation.
And you really had every aspect of human trafficking. You had individuals who were, brought to a facility that they couldn't leave. They weren't being paid. They had production goals that they had to meet.
And authorities say if the workers failed to reach Taylor's monetary goals, they faced punishment, including public humiliation, food and shelter restrictions, sleep deprivations, and physical and psychological abuse. The Crisis Center of Tampa Bay's CEO says these victims will likely face a long recovery. She says there's another lesson every community can learn from this.
This can happen in one of our most affluent zip codes in Hillsborough County. It can happen in your backyard. It can happen in my backyard.
And we told them it was happening there. And we told them multiple times. We're like, hey, you got a problem? You got a problem? And we told them. We fucking told them.
As for the folks who lived with alleged human trafficking, fraud, and money laundering happening in their backyards.
I hope it's not true, but if it is, he deserves everything he's going to get.
This Black Friday gift cleans your retainer at the touch of a button. No more brushing or tablets. Over 4 years ago, our
And there was also what appeared to be a federal command center set up just...
Religious leaders have been arrested and they're now facing federal charges. They're accused of using a religious ministry to cover up what the feds say was really a forced labor and money laundering conspiracy that was operating out of cities around the country. The DOJ says one of those places they were operating out of was here in Tampa, and a 23-page indictment includes some disturbing allegations dating back more than a decade. In this indictment, David Taylor led the Kingdom of God Global Church, formerly known as Joshua Media Ministries. Michelle Brannon is the executive director, helping Taylor carry out what the DOJ calls a forced...
There's a $20,000 lead. Nice. Nice. Those darn HOAs. Hey, Uncle Jake, you saw that video I sent you the other day about how Florida's like talking about the HOAs and how they were trying to get rid of them.
Labor organization. Taylor calls himself apostle and Jesus's best friend. He claims he's had multiple face-to-face encounters with God and that God has given him the keys to the kingdom on earth. The indictment alleges Taylor opened up call centers in different states, including Missouri, Texas, and Florida. It says Taylor recruited people from across the country to work these call centers. They were instructed to make
Bane Train, KFC is a part of it too, you're right.
Specific numbers of calls or raise a certain amount of money, but they were working for free. The Kingdom of God Global Church received millions of dollars in donations every year.
Hey, yeah, Corpus Christi, hit that like and subscribe on the way up, man. Appreciate you being here tonight and engaging with the chat, man. Thanks. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. But if you're like legit in Corpus, let me know because I go there and do kite fest and shit sometimes. Hit me up, man.
But the feds say Taylor used that money to support a quote, personal cars and other luxurious purchases like boats and jet skis. Court documents say Taylor also recruits people to work as armor bearers, what the DOJ calls personal servants, providing him food, transportation, and housekeeping. The indictment.
You fish? I have my license, bro. I get a veteran license, dude. I don't pay shit for my fishing license here in Texas. I get to go out and fucking shoot as many deer as I want to. Turkey, fish. Yeah, I'm down, dude. Do you fresh or salt? You fish, dude. I'm down. I'll fish and fucking kite fest, dude. I'm down. I'll fish and fly kites.
Says these armor bearers would also be in charge of bringing women from ministry houses, airports, and other locations to Taylor. They also allegedly made sure these women took emergency contraceptives. According to the indictment, Taylor made the rules and Brannon enforced them. The DOJ says Taylor was arrested in North Carolina and Brannon was arrested here in Tampa. We'll have the full story and all the details.
There's Michelle getting famous. Compliance, the HOA's favorite word. You're not in compliance. Yeah. People were asking how Michelle was on the news, and yeah, they were. The day they got busted, shit, man. This really was. This was like justice long coming, man. Like Hellstorm said, this is the justice that he finally deserves. He's got to sit there and think about the shit he's done now. That's what David has to do. Oh, dude, no. Hey, Bane Train. I think you're new to the channel, bro. Dude, David's going to be sitting in jail for a lot longer than that, all right? Let's talk about some of the things they found on David at the time. Okay, they found 6 cell phones in a safe, plus 3 on him, plus whatever's the cult had, which was, from my count, 100, probably plus. Okay, so think about this, Bane Train. Whenever a bus goes down like this, okay, and I know David had a lot of iPhones. I was told a specific number of 100, but he could be more. Okay. Now, I would guess, this is just my guess, that when the feds are going to do a bust like this, right, what they're going to do is they're going to draw up warrants. They're going to get, I appreciate you being here on the live then tonight, man. I appreciate it. the feds, I would think, are going to draw up warrants. They're going to go to Apple directly. I don't know how they do it. I'm just guessing. And they would go to the phone company, whatever, and they'd be like, okay, we have a federal warrant, and we know they bought these phones. We know that they use your service. We need all of these records going back this far. And the phone company's like, I would think at this point, the phone company's like, you're fucking kidding, right? Now, if David still had the 100 phones, which I believe he did. Yeah, it is, dude. Talk about a red flag, dude. I know. Remember all the devotion he made? He said he dares the government to go after him. They're like, okay. And that's the thing, like, dude, to find 6 cell phones in a fucking safe, dude. Like, dude, to me, like, we found out they found gold bars, right? Like, in a fucking safe. And then reading farther down the court docs, it said, oh, then at the time they also found 6 cell phones in a safe. I'm like, fuck those gold bars. What was on those cell phones? Dude, who keeps cell phones in a safe? David's like, I do. Because I'm already doing some criminal shit. I just wanted to make it look even more criminal. Yeah, it could. And 6, again, man. Just 6 cell phones in a fucking safe. Like, fuck the gold bars. I know it's dodgy as fuck, right, Kelstorm? It's dodgy as fuck, right? Like, hey, I'm going to go and put these cell phones in a safe. The feds won't think anything suspicious of that. They come in here. I'm sure they all looked at each other and be like, hey, get it. We need a camera in here. Come fucking photograph these phones in this safe right here. They would have went down exactly like that. They would open the safe, 6 cell phones in there, photograph these cell phones right here. Photograph all 6 of these cell phones. They would have went through their process, got them open, whatever they did, whatever they found. We don't know. All we know at this point, I know they're probably all fucking. Jeff, you know what, bro? I don't even want to go there, dude. I pray to God that there is nothing compromising like that on David's phone. I really do, because it would be worst case scenario for David. I pray to God, dude. I pray to God there's nothing compromising. I pray to God that it's all adult images. It could be Bane Train, but we don't know. We don't know. But dude, 6 phones, bro, like, that's suspect, man. It's not illegal to have 6 fucking phones, but when you're running a criminal enterprise like David, and again, the feds crack that safe, they're like, I mean, if you were a fed, right? If you're a federal agent going and doing a bust like this and you found a safe and you found like 6 cell phones in there, what would you guys think? What would you guys think? You'd be like, yeah, this isn't suspicious at all. There's nothing going on here. Nah, he's just protecting his cell phones. Nothing wrong here. To me, that's like the fuck, man. That's just asking for it. Yeah, and I've been told things about those phones. And they fucked up, man. They fucked up. Exactly. Like, think the word, and that, Jeff, I just, fuck, Jesus Christ, dude. Just let me, you guys, dude, I watch these videos of these dudes that collect these images of children. The cops find it so fast. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it, okay? You're going to get caught. I swear to God you will. You guys, there's these companies like, say, Dropbox, okay? Roblox. And I've been finding out a lot about Roblox. I've been seeing a lot of Roblox. Like, Roblox is a big platform for fucking pedos, dude. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it, because they'll know if you've been hacked and people are downloading images, they'll fucking discount everything you say. They'll be like, okay, what about this? What about this? What about this? I'm watching, dude, this is a big problem. I watched one the other day. This guy he was downloading fucking images into his Dropbox, and Dropbox has hey, this guy's downloading these images into his Dropbox. Feds start doing an investigation, give it a few months, and they fucking knocked on his door about fucking 8:30 at night. Hey, we need to see you. Okay, what's going on? His wife's there, the whole fucking thing. Bad. What's up, Jess? Just don't do it. It's stupid. It's stupid. If you want to be adult and do that shit, like, that's cool. But don't do it with kids, man, because they will find out. They will it's a law, dude. It is. You're absolutely right. No, you heard absolutely dead on. They are absolutely obligated to report any kind of activity like that to law enforcement immediately. Yeah, he had 2 phones in the deposition. Like, yeah, that's not suspect. But yes, they are. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. The phone companies, there are laws in place that they have to report it. And that's what these fucking pedos are doing. And again, David had all his shit on the iCloud. So, I mean, David basically gave him a fucking blueprint. So, I don't know. They did nothing to no kid things in Texas because we for sure kept him and gave them the chair. Well, yeah, look at Warren Jeffs. Look at what he was doing. They just put him on fucking fucking full lockdown. Warren Jeffs is still in prison and jail. He's never getting out. Look what he did out there at fucking El Dorado. That sick fuck. Yeah. But yeah, 6 cell phones plus, and again, we don't know if David had set up different fucking iCloud accounts on those 6 cell phones, so we don't know what's on those. We don't know what's on those. He could have set up different emails for different phones and have different iCloud accounts. He could have kept one phone for something different. And one for crypto. Maybe he kept one for fucking all his explicit images, one for videos. We don't know. We don't know. Like Jess said, wait till the evidence comes out, then we'll know. You guys, they have mounds of evidence to go through. That's why this is such an intricate process. The feds, they have 10 years of evidence to go through, 12 years of evidence to go through. Tax records, bank records, documents, purchases, purchase orders, invoices. Like, this, honestly, if I could sit down and with these guys and fucking unfuck this, my God. What was Michelle getting out of it? A fucking paycheck? Silence? Like, David, think about this, Bane Train. Michelle is being paid for her silence and gifts and all this other bullshit. What do you think she was getting out of it, Bane Train? What do you think she's getting out of it, Big Dog? Dude, how do you explain 40,000 explicit images? How do you explain that? You want to know what, David, do you know what that is? Look, there's a term for that. Pit collector. That's what it's called, a pit collector. See if I find a definition, but it's not. But yeah, how do you explain 40,000 images? Yeah, oh, that was one thing for sure. Michelle liked the power. That's a given. She loved the power, dude. Yeah, Michelle was a real cunt about the power. That's why she stayed in position for so long, was because she was such a bitch to people. That's why. Yeah, can you imagine the size of the team feds having to work this case and they're hands-on 7 days a week watching videos? Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Dude, power's addictive, bro. Fuck yeah, power's addictive, dude. That's the one thing we talk about is power complexes here. Yep. Power's addictive, dude. Oh, dude, there's hundreds of thousands of text messages. Yeah. Yeah. You guys, they're going to read hundreds of thousands of text messages. And the thing is Michelle legitimately thinks, let me pull this up so you guys can see it. Michelle's such a dumbass. She's so fucking stupid. She's so fucking dumb. Michelle's about as dumb as a fucking box of crowns. All right. So, hey, J-Mo. Hey, J-Mo, look at this. Hey. Hey, Michelle knew what she was doing. Michelle knew what she was doing. Fuck that. She knew what she was doing right here. Y'all tell me she didn't know what the fuck she was doing. Please tell me she didn't know what she was doing. This is the best. This is the best, man. Michelle just thought her shit didn't fucking stink. Read that. Let that sink in for a minute. So how's Michelle gonna fucking say, oh, I didn't know? Well, Miss Brannon, we have these emails right here. Can you explain these emails? Why would you send these emails out if you didn't know what was going on? Shows you how fucking dumb Michelle is too, right? Shows you how fucking clueless people are. Like I said, dude, don't fucking commit crimes on your phone, okay? Don't write a letter. Don't tell, dude, if you're gonna commit a crime, just don't tell anybody and don't take your phone with you. We warned her. We fucking warned her. We're like, don't sign paperwork. But she's like, I'm gonna fucking do everything David tells me to. We warned her. We fucking warned her. We warned David. We warned Michelle. We warned Joseph. We warned everybody. And anybody in this cult, we're still warning you. Don't do anything for David. No, Dave, that's what I found out is that David doesn't have a very, he's very ill-spoken. And that's the thing. When Michelle got there, the money fucking just, it tripled and it went up extensively. So yeah, it was Michelle that ultimately, whatever she was, the face of the ministry, fucking, I don't know. The money started flowing in when Michelle got there. That's what I found out. So she knew. And she even sent out emails to the rest of the cult saying, oh, don't put that here because that's discoverable. I want you guys to find that out. The government will find out if you do that. You have to text me. As if, right? As if. Ladies and gentlemen, just. Oh, dude, Joseph is fucking hiding like a little bitch, Jeff. Yes, Joseph has been hiding. Fuck you, dude. They're going to find so much shit in Joseph's phone. They're like, yeah, you're going to indict this guy too. Mm-hmm. Dude. Yeah, Joseph's hiding.
Should I give? Come on, in the name of Jesus. Lord, I also break a stingy spirit because I sense that there's some heavy hitters watching me tonight. There's some people that can give 200,000, 300,000. They can give 50,000, 20,000. They had it saved up. But God, that's a stingy spirit on. There's a spirit of fear of them giving big amounts. And God, I rebuke that spirit in the name of Jesus. I pray that you'll give them a spirit of faith to believe, to sow into a vision, to sow into your work, to sow into the end time move in the name of Jesus. And I release great wealth on those who obey me right now. At the sound of my voice as a prophet, as I come to them and tell them what you said, God, I release great wealth, millions. I release increase on their life to see them increase in the name of Jesus.
I started working at the barbershop and realized I don't have any insurance. This is not good. Through healthcare.gov, I was able to find the right plan. Anytime something comes up, I'm covered. They literally had everything that I needed in one spot.
Healthcare.gov. Enroll by December 15th.
Hallelujah. Now lift your voice and give God a shout.
Hallelujah.
Come on, lift your voice and give God a shout right now. Right now, right now. Before I pray for miracles, God says this financial situation is important. When I had a dream about this financial thing, God says, you make this a priority tonight. And so I want right now, Pastor Steve and also Pastor Joseph and them to tell you how you can give. We need to take care of this now, quickly. Come on, I want those who can give, you need to do it now. Do it now. Go ahead, Joseph and Pastor Stephen, show them how they can give.
And you know what?
Do it now.
After this, after these showings, like we didn't see him stand up much longer. He was a very, very unhealthy man at this time. He was in piss poor shape. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, fuck yeah. Hell yeah, David told Joseph, get the fuck out of here. And Joseph will stay loyal to David. But they'll find Joseph. They'll find Joseph. They'll find him. They probably already know where he's at. But dude, Joseph isn't going to go far, I think, J-Bo. I think he's still in the cult, but he's just underground right now. I think he just ain't saying shit. He's hiding because they know they're going to find shit in his phone. Yep. Well, David only's got a... Well, David's a fucking master manipulator too, though. That's the thing. Yeah, Diaper Dave? Yeah. Oh, hey, Ray Muse. You haven't heard the MaxiPad prophecy, have you? Oh, my God. Oh. My friend.
And David is a slob too. He's a slob too. He nasty like that too. But the only reason why people would say he's a man of...
Okay, this comes off an interview we did with one of the survivors. This is an eyewitness account, dude, of how dirty this guy is, bro. Are you ready, Ray Muse? Here you go, bro.
Excellence, and he's clean and all that. It's because he got everybody else cleaning. But if it came down to David cleaning, it'd be a pig pen.
Really? So David probably don't even know how to wash his own asshole.
No, he don't. No, he don't. You know, that's why he has maxi pads, because he puts them in his underwear because he don't wipe.
No way.
That ain't no, man, I'm trying to tell you. That's no lie. That's no lie.
No way, dude. Are you serious,
True story.
Bro?
True story.
He puts maxi pads. Hold on. David puts maxi pads in his fucking underwear because he don't wipe his own ass.
That's exactly what he does. That's exactly what he does. And I remember one of the women who he was involved with some years ago. She had
Sorry, I'm reading the chat, dude. Everybody's like, ew. Everybody's like, what the fuck? No, it's nasty.
He's nasty.
Dude.
He's nasty like that. Yeah, one of the women that he was involved with.
Can he physically not wipe his ass, or is he just not do it because he's a dirty fuck?
I think he just dirty like that, man. I think he's just dirty like that. Because, I mean, you 50, 51 years old. Why you not wiping your butt, man? You know what I'm saying? What sense did that make? You know, and then he, like I said, a woman.
But Ray Muse, what? Listen to what he would do. Watch. This was like, dude, he broke down people's barriers like this. Dude, he was very dirty, bro. More's going to come out too, dude. Like, this is just... we only know the tip of the iceberg, dude. This was a very sick man, dude. Sociopath to the max, bro. Like, doing that, you know what that does to people's barriers, dude? Like, dude, It like you start to dehumanize people at that point, dude.
A woman he was involved with had came to the house, right? And you know how women do, they snoop around your things or whatever. And she's snooping around and she said, she came to me and said, I knew David was cheating on me. I see pads under his sink. and I'm thinking to myself, like, man, he wearing these pads just like you, man. You know, he nasty like that, bro. And
got some Debo undies going on.
that's exactly. That's exactly what he got going on, man.
That's exactly what fucking went through
Yeah.
my head right now when you told me. Only in America, Bane Train. You can only do this in America, bro. Not too many places in the world does this type of shit happen. It only happens in America because one, our government allows it, and two, people are manipulated by these fucking masters, dude. Because David is a master manipulator. Because the people that I have spoken to that have survived the cult, they're very intelligent. They are far from fucking dumb. Let me tell you something. They're extremely intelligent, extremely well thought out, very kind people. You'd be surprised, dude. These people are great that I've been speaking to, man. And it's just, only here in America does that happen, Bane Train. Only in America you can do this. Well, in Tanzania, too. You can do it in Tanzania. That I figured that fucking Smokey picking up Debo's undies from fucking Friday with the shit end of the fucking straw, bro. Then fucking dropping him right on like Debo's face, bro.
That's him. That is him, man.
No
you
way.
know, yeah. And you know, that's the thing, like, that's why David, the stuff he get up and talk about is ineffective because it ain't true.
My favorite part.
What I'm saying is true about this punk. You know, yeah, he got hey, whoever with him right now, ask him if he wearing a pad. Ask him if he wearing a pad. I guarantee you he is. And if he ain't, his drawers is full of doo-doo. I'm telling you, man. He's sick like that. I mean, you got a healing ministry. I mean, if something's wrong with your bowels, Jesus can't heal that. What's wrong with you, man? What is wrong with you? I'm telling you, this guy got doo-doo stained drawers. He got, and it's so bad.
And listen to what he subjects these people to that these people don't even know. Listen. This is what David was doing to these people. He was a very dirty man.
Right? He expects you to pick up after him. And so, you know, he would have his drawers and stuff, and like I said, full of crap, stinking. And, you know, he wants you to do his laundry for him. And so, I'll, you know, throw that stuff in the washer. You know, I'm not about to scrub your doodle stains out your drawers, man. You know what I'm saying? But
shit. Also shitty.
Yeah, that's him. But there was a young man who came after me. You know, I was still there during this time, but he also got in that position that I was in, and so he started washing David's underwear and things. And so David fat self gonna tell me, see, this is why you're so arrogant. He just got here and he's already washing my underwear. And I'm thinking he can have it. I'm not doing it. Call me arrogant, call me prideful, whatever. But what's that make you that you won't wash your own drawers? How arrogant are you that you won't wipe?
Hey, D. Warren, that's kind of funny because that's what Jesus told me, that David smelled like shit when he was sitting on his lap. Jesus hey, Rich, this guy smells like shit. You know what's up with him? I'm like, no, God, I don't, but I can find out. Let me find out. And we found out.
Your own butt, you clown. Don't never address nobody over this way about anything. And you full of crap, literally. You liar.
Little sweaty doo-doo drips there, shitty Taylor. Apostle shit Taylor.
Doodle crumbs in his bed, bro. Doodle crumbs,
He's got
man.
some little dingleberries popping out of his butthole. That's what a dingleberry is. A dingleberry is from when, like, I mean, in David's case, he doesn't wipe his ass, so there's no toilet paper. It's just little balls of shit, right?
But like a real dingleberry's like, it's disgusting. It literally is. It's like, dude, that's bad hygiene, man. Dude, when I was in the military, dude, sometimes it is okay. And that's, you guys, this is where it took, like, we started talking serious about this, and I always point this out because this was like, David was a criminal. Not only that, he was abusing people using some very unique methods. Oh, no, Bane, nobody. If David was doing drugs, that shit would have been like fucking locked deeper and darker away than any of his fucking secrets. Deep, probably dark more than him being sick. That would have been locked a fucking way. I'm a recovering addict. David was doing drugs, dude. Fuck that. Yeah, Dingleberry Dave. Yeah. Dookie Deacon. Desitin Disciple. Take your pick. Snail Trail Saint. Poopy Prophet. But he was using this as an abuse tactic, dude. Like seeing how far he could push people. Seeing what he could get away with. And that's what cult leaders do. They'll do little shit to see what they can get away with. Draw the line a little bit further each time. Y'all remember the fucking Bugs Bunny and Yosemite Sam where fucking Bugs Bunny keeps drawing the line further and further and further until fucking Yosemite Sam walks off the cliff? That's what David did with these people. He drew the line a little bit further and further every time until he see how far they go. That's exactly what he did with this habit right here. It seemed like his mental health had pretty much gone downhill at some point in life where he felt that was necessary. I don't know. I have a few theories about it. I don't know which one's true, but I don't. Dude, to do that to somebody, that's dirty. Like, not only is it bad hygiene, but now you're subjecting your cult members to clean up after you because you're fucking a slob and you won't do it. Yeah, bad hygiene. Dude, even when I was an addict, you know what, Bane Train? I still was good about my hygiene, dude. But when you're an out of control addict like David, yeah, it's different for different addicts. Like, I was always clean, dude. Like, I would never like shit my pants, dude. Like, nothing like that. Don't do that. Don't be doing that, Juan Nunez. But I got to delete that comment. You're welcome to chat. Just don't talk about self-harm here, please. But if you need help, you should call somebody. But no self-harm, Juan Nunez. Don't do that. No self-harm. What happened, Juan? You were in a cult like this or what, man? They do. Fucking these prosperity. Hey, Juan, you're safe here, dude. Don't do anything like that, man. But no, we're here to talk about these guys, man. They're fucked up, man, and they should be held accountable. Oh yeah. Well, not only that, Bane Train. But David's also got some health conditions that are causing those fucking dark circles and shit under his eyes. So there's that. Definitely suffering from some conditions that he definitely needed help from. And hopefully he's getting it now. Yeah. Oh yeah. I talked to Cliff. I think I talked to Cliff Thanksgiving Eve just to tell him happy Thanksgiving. And just to tell him that this Thanksgiving is so much more enjoyable because David's in jail. And he's like, yeah, absolutely. We're both in agreement, man. And I was like, I don't want to take up your time. It's family day. I just want to call and tell you happy Thanksgiving, man. And he's like, you too, Rich. He's like, fucking have a good one, dude. But no, yeah, absolutely no. always. Yeah, no. Talk to Cliff quite often, actually, man. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, and that's the thing. Nobody had ever checked David like we did. That was the thing. And Cliff said nobody had ever checked him like you guys did. Some of these survivors have also told me, like, you guys pissed him off. Something vicious. We did. I gotta wrap it up here too. It's going on 9:30. I gotta work tomorrow. Fuck. David couldn't control us. That's what I found out. Because David has always been such a fucking control freak. And when he found out he couldn't control us, it really fucking drove him nuts. It drove him absolutely fucking insane, as a matter of fact. Okay? It drove him batshit fucking crazy. It drove him crazy that he couldn't shut the channel down, that he couldn't shut the community down, he couldn't shut me down. Fucking drove him fucking nuts. And he hated it. He fucking hated it. Yeah. Soups told me that. Yeah. Soups told me that David got red in the face over us lots of times. When Lance hit the screen. David E. Taylor face-to-face encounter. That was funny. That was... All right.
And I just saw someone on Zoom. Y'all need to get these testimonies on Zoom and get them on the stage.
Come on, Lance. Where's Lance?
Jesus showed me that. Where
right
is
there.
it? Tell me. Come on, put him on. Put him on. Bring him up on the screen. Oh, your presence is so amazing. Such power flowing here. Where is Lance? Pull him up on the screen, guys.
Look at Joseph. He's all fuck. No, I've never spoken to David personally. I wish.
Pull him up on the screen, guys.
Lance. Can we get Lance on the screen, please? Oh, that was George Scott. Oh, yeah, dude. George Scott ain't out of the woods yet either. Look at David. Look, he was looking at me right there. Look, he's like, all right, okay.
Pull him up on the screen, guys.
Look at him. Look, David's seeing me right there. Look, he's like, God damn, it's that fucking Rich Holmes guy. That fucking pussy Rich Holmes. What the fuck is he doing on the screen? And why the fuck is Lance? Who the fuck is Lance?
Put him on. Put him on. Bring him up on the screen. Oh, your presence is so amazing. Such power flowing here. Where is Lance? Pull him up on the screen, guys.
Boom. David's all, God damn, it's that Rich Holmes guy. That fucking pussy. What's he doing up on my screen again? Look at Joseph. Look at Joseph standing there seeing it. If you can, it has gibberish in the title. Joseph knew that the media crew was in trouble. They're like, he just is like, ooh, they're in so much trouble tonight. Dude, yeah, no, I'm sure. Yeah, look at Joseph. He's like, seated on full display, just like, oh, man. Oh, that pissed David off something vicious, man. I know, we always go back to the bloopers and stuff, right? But Soups, now that you're here, it's like, you know, like David isn't the prophet, or else he would have known this was going to happen, right? He knew this was it. Had he done this, like he would have known it was gonna happen, and he would have fucking been like, "No, we can't bring Lance on because that guy's gonna fucking be Rich Holmes." And look at Joseph. He's like, "That son of a bitch." He's like, "I
The
can."
screen, guys. Pull Lance up on the screen.
I'm sorry, Soups, if I cause you any harm. I really am. Like that was never my intention, you know, to like have David lash out at you guys. I just want you guys to know that. And if he did because of me, I apologize, okay? Because that was never, it really wasn't. It was never my intention. But if he did, I fucking sincerely apologize. I really do. Okay. If he lashed out at you guys because of me, like that's not okay for him to do that. I just want you guys to know that. But this was to prove that David is who he is, because had he known that, that wouldn't happen. Like, how the fuck does this guy do this? Right? Hey, thanks for the seed, Edward. I don't want to ring the seed bell. It's a little late. But thank you for the seed. Appreciate the seed, Ed. Yeah, Joseph wasn't too thrilled about it. I'm sure Joseph got the fucking smackdown. Yeah, but no, it's not okay if David lashed out at you guys because of me. This is one thing we were kind of pointing out too, is his lack of accountability and lack of just observation of how his cult was failing, not because of you guys, but because of his piss poor fucking leadership. He wasn't there taking care of shit. David didn't have any idea about production and sound and shit. When the sound was having issues, it was David's fucking fault. It was Joseph's fault. Because there was a lack of education about how sound works in those types of situations. All the echoes and stuff were like, that's their fault. That's because of David's fucking shitty leadership. Which is why David is now sitting in a fucking jail cell. David thought he was better and smarter than everybody. And he wasn't. And his intricate criminal enterprise is falling apart now. All the houses are going to get taken. All the properties are going to get seized. All the vehicles are going to get seized. All the gold, the money, everything. Anything that had ties to this criminal organization will be seized by the government. I know David never counted on some fucking country fucking white boy to come fuck with him. Yeah, Bane Train. Yeah, Soups was close to the cult for a while. Yeah. Survivor. Yeah. No, Soups good people. Yeah. No, Trent, they haven't yet. And yeah, if they want to explain that to you, I'll let them. But when they're ready, I always tell these people, whenever they're ready, you let me know. That's what it's been here for. Is to let you guys have your voice back, to get it out in a safe environment to where you weren't going to be criticized for what you guys did. And I'm not going to sit here and criticize people because I've done some dumb shit in my life, man. I'm very interested in the process of how this worked, what people were there for, why they went, what they got out of it, what they were promised, and it's a very interesting, this one individual, just David in general, what, unique individual, man. One man caused all these problems. All these problems, man, David caused. One man, everybody did this. It was all of us, Shauna. It was all of us, Sean Aronis. It was all of us. I will never take full credit for it because it was all of us. Yeah, I was the face, but dude, there was like mad hours of research done behind the scenes. Like I've been working lately, like I haven't been able to do research and shit like I would like to. Uncle Jake's been handling all that right now while I'm working. It's all of us, man. It was all of us putting in the hours, staying in the chats, even from the beginning. It was all of us, man. It was all of us. David's enterprise, the feds were going to figure it out eventually. But we were right on their fucking ass telling them, keep your fucking asses moving forward. Fucking drove David nuts. Oh, man. Yeah, the $3 will go to me. Yeah, it will. Yes, D. Warren. Yes. Yeah, we're all researchers, man. Soup's like, I did research by nature. I was going to be a history major. I did a lot of research. All of us did. And the fact that the internet fucking moves fast, it only takes a few minutes to find shit out nowadays. So, yeah, we were technically David's thorn. In closing, David thinks Rick Frazier paid me, you guys. Man. Street line. No, they won't talk to me. Nope. The members who still believe in David won't talk to me. Oh, D. Warren. Oh, it's game over now. Look at where they're at. Yeah, it's you guys, and that's one thing the survivors will have continued to tell me, that these podcasts help them fill in all the pieces that David wasn't telling them. It is. It's completely taken the fucking cover off everything, man. It's really opening their eyes, man. Yep. They're just getting the answers by watching what we've done together as a community, putting the information out there, because this is what David didn't do. Yeah, it is. It helps us to hear, because it lets us know we're getting the information out in a clear, concise record that you guys can understand. So it helps you process what happened. Because David wouldn't do that. He kept you guys in the fucking dark. We're out here like, dude, he's doing this shady fucking shit, and it was bad. That's why we stayed on him, because it was. Yeah. Yep. Okay, I gotta go, guys. Shit, I gotta work in the morning. Fuck. Back to the grind tomorrow. We'll keep going. We'll probably do some more on Catherine later too. But this was a criminal enterprise, everybody. It really was, and it was ran by David and Michelle. Not just David. It's David and Michelle. David was adamant. You can't watch Rich's podcast. Because he knew everything we were telling him was the fucking truth. He's like, that goddamn Rich Holmes. Fucking pussy. Yeah. Yeah, everybody, thanks for being here too. The survivors, you guys. Thanks for Jeff Morton. All you guys, man. No, this was a community effort. We'll keep going. We got more work to do, apparently. So, but no, this, man, if you guys got questions, man, just leave them in the comment section too. Hit that like and subscribe. Let us know you're here. Because there's a lot of questions that I think people still might have about certain things. And if we don't know them, we'll find out pretty quick, probably now at this point, because of what's happening and how the case is moving along. But I think there's still a lot of questions to be answered at this point. No print, no vote videos yet. Nope, not yet. I don't know what Michelle's doing in court. Hopefully soon, but she violates her fucking bond. I appreciate you, Kim. Yeah. Y'all have a good night, man. I got to get up to work tomorrow, man. You guys have a great night. Hope you all had a happy fucking Thanksgiving. Got Christmas coming up, everybody. Hey, be patient when you're out shopping. If you're going to Black Friday shop and shit, be patient with everybody. Okay? Y'all have a good night, man. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sticking with it. Questions, comments, concerns, comment section below. If you're going to text or call the number for the channel, let's keep it between business hours too. Just let me put that out there, okay? Yeah. Hey, everybody. How was your Thanksgiving? Fucking better than David's for sure.